Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Ocho, the Chiefs beat the Lions 30-17 after the game. Cameras caught Brian Branch refusing to shake Patrick Mahomes' hand and then shoved Juju in the face.
Yeah.
To start a brawl. Patrick Mahomes threw for 257 yards, 3 touchdowns, ran for another score. Hollywood Brown had his best game as a Chief, 2 touchdowns, looked more like Mahomes of old. The Chiefs' offense is starting to get back into gear and starting to look like the Chiefs' offense that we're used to seeing. When Patrick Mahomes basically started in, 2018, 2019, ran that thing all the way until like 23, this is the offense that we expected to see. 22 of 30, 257, 3 touchdowns. They ran the ball 29 times for 112 yards. Really good. No turnovers. A clean game from my homeboy. Ocho, looking at, we'll get into Detroit, talk about them in a minute. What did you like about what you saw from Kansas City?
I mean, the fact that we seen the early Chiefs that we all used to love. We've seen the Chiefs that scored damn near 28, 30 points a game. You had receivers, it was by committee. You never knew who night it was going to be. So obviously now when you play the Chiefs and you're going in and you're studying, you're going from game to game, you don't know whose night it's going to be. Tonight it was Hollywood Brown. Last week it might have been Juju. It might have been Tyquan Thornton. You know, so the fact that they're also being able to establish the run, to balance the offense out, to keep everything honest, especially defense, because you don't know what's coming. That's the great thing for the Chiefs. And the fact that Patrick Mahomes is playing so well, he played a clean game as well, playing a clean game and then being able to play defense on the back end consistently against a great offense, a great creative offense that, again, I'm sure that Dan Campbell is responsible for. It is a really good game. Obviously, the Chiefs' defense and offense has been up and down, which is something, has been some slippage, something that we talked about early in the season, and where we thought they really weren't going to be the same, especially coming out the gate 0-2. And look, we in week 6, huh? We in week 6.
Yeah, week 6.
How the hell everything looked completely different than the conversations we had just
in the first previous week.
In the first previous week. So, I mean, what they've been able to do in such a short amount of time and changing everything around to everybody dropping balls, or they not playing defense like they used to, or we talking about Chris Jones not hustling, not having effort, you know, on certain plays, to looking like they did tonight is an unbelievable thing.
I think the thing is, Ocho, is that, like you said, each week is a different receiver. Tonight, they really didn't use a whole lot of Tyquan Thornton. I didn't really see him on the field a whole lot, Ocho. Tonight, it was all about Juju. Travis Kelce had his best game receiving of the year. Hollywood Brown, we mentioned Hollywood. Xavier Worthy doing Xavier Worthy, but he didn't get a whole lot of opportunities. I think if you go back and look at what they've done the past 2 weeks, is that they've started off throwing the football in order to run the football. No, and they stayed in front of the sticks. This offense is predicated, as long as we can stay in third and short, third and manageable, Ocho, now we can run it or we can throw it. If you go back and look, see what they were on third down. As long as they were manageable, they were good. Well, Kansas City was only 4-10. But they knew, even Dan Campbell knew. Normally at home, when they're clicking, you got to get to 30. You can't beat this team. You can't beat this team in Arrowhead if they're playing good football and you don't get to at least 30.
Yeah.
Or you need to take the ball away. You need to get a scoop and score, strip sack. You need to get a tip, a carom, or something. But if they play a clean game and they're on top of their game, you're going to have to meet fire with fire. And you saw early on both teams going for it on fourth down because they knew kicking field goals weren't going to win them the game.
Absolutely not.
Look, started Monday, they threw the ball early. Short stuff, get the ball out of Mahomes' hand. Let's try to slow this rush down. And now we can get back to running. And I thought they did a good job. I thought Andy did an unbelievable job of play calling tonight, getting the ball out of Mahomes quick. And if you notice something, Ocho, and we've seen this, the transformation over the last 3 years. Mahomes boy ain't sitting back there pitch patting the ball. He'll take off running now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The only thing I would say, Mahomes boy, sometimes you got to know when the journey over. Okay, now you keep dropping that shoulder on people. Now I'm telling you that people, hey, People they're gonna drop anchor on you now.
Somebody gonna catch him.
That's what I'm saying, Ocho. That's what I'm saying. And quarterbacks don't do a lot of their shoulder work is banging. They not lifted, so they don't got that meat up there like most guys have. Just be careful. But I like the way they played tonight. They did a great job. I really think the turning point of this ball game, and it wasn't, is that Amon-Ra St. Brown has some of the best hands in football. But on that fourth down, I think that was a turn because they had great rhythm. They had great momentum. And because Ocho, they were gonna get at worst case the field goal.
Field goal, yeah. Absolutely.
Now you get nothing. Now you get nothing out of that.
Right.
And Kansas City get the ball right out of the gate. But Detroit didn't play bad. I mean, when you play in Kansas City and they playing to the level of that they're playing tonight, they're going to be hard to beat now. Yeah, it doesn't matter if they're in Arrowhead or they don't matter if they're coming to your building. That is still Patrick Mahomes.
Right. And obviously what we saw tonight from the Chiefs is what we've seen consistently from the Lions. This is for the Lions consistently, week in and week out. And it just happens to be one of those weeks where you're playing a team. I mean, you're playing the other 31 teams. It's not that many teams that's going to come out there and put 30 on you.
No.
Ain't too many. You got the Chiefs. You got maybe the Packers. You got maybe the Bucks that have the
Lions.
They have the offense to be able to put the kind of points you're putting up where you have to meet fire with fire, where you have to take certain chances in certain situations because field goals is not going to get it done because this team can score at will, throughout the majority of the game. So, I mean, when you have games like this, you want to be as perfect as possible. And the team that makes the fewest mistakes, whether it be drops, whether it be interceptions, whether it be turnovers, whatever it may be, the team that makes the fewest mistakes normally comes out on top, and that's what we saw tonight.
I like that. I mean, there weren't a whole lot of penalties. The Chiefs had no penalties. The Lions only had 4 for 38 yards. Yeah. So this was a fairly clean game. The refs let them play, which we like to see, Ocho. We like when refs let them play. But we got to stop this notion every time the Chiefs win, it's the refs. You don't win that many games. Ain't no way. You can get Travis Kelce's mom. You can get his dad. You can get Taylor Swift. You can get a lot of people. Ain't no way you winning just because of the officials. And I get it. It happens all the time. They used to say the same thing with the Patriots. Used to say this. And that's what happens when you win a lot. People have to have a reason. Well, why they win it instead of they got good players. They got a good system. They got a good scheme. They got great coaching. We have to have a reason why instead of just looking at the product and looking at the players. See, what has happened over the last years is that people they're catching up to Patrick Mahomes. Well, you're measuring Patrick against his worst. You're measuring everybody else at their best, but you're measuring him at his worst. So you telling me if Patrick Mahomes plays his best and every other quarterback plays their best, you take that quarterback over Mahomes, boy? Absolutely not. No. If every quarterback, all 32 quarterbacks, and everybody's healthy, if they play their absolute best, and Patrick Mahomes plays his absolute best, you're not taking another quarterback that's currently playing in the NFL over Patrick Mahomes. That's how good he's been. I mean, think about it. He's been in the starter for 8 years, and he doesn't know what it's like not to be in an AFC championship game. Right. Absolutely. In 5 of those years, he's been in the Super Bowl. So when you look at it like that, and I get it, Ocho, we get tired. Man, how many times, Ocho, have you heard, let somebody else win? How many times you heard that, Ocho? I'm tired of it with let somebody else win. It don't work like that. When I put that kind of time in, you're going to have to beat me. Because I'm just not going to stop winning. Even when you were a kid, Ocho, I ain't finna let you win. No, you got to beat me. I'm not going to let you win. I don't think there's anything wrong with the Lions. I really don't. I think their offense is really good. They missed a few opportunities, had a couple of drops, but I thought they did really well. They didn't get. I think they only gave up 1 sack tonight. They were not as clean as they normally are. 0 for 2 on fourth down. That's not the Lions. The Lions are normally 3 or 4 on fourth downs. Yeah. Because they're going to go for it. They're going to put pressure on you. Yeah. When you play the Lions, you got to score points. Yeah. Because every possession that they have is really 4 downs. And you don't know. Now, you like to think damn, okay, 4 down. But they might fake punch it, fake punt it. And you see the play they call, but see, what they didn't realize is that the quarterback starts up at the center. He has to go get reset. Yeah, reset. So he has to come to a complete stop.
You know, I was confused on that call as well because most of the time I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. Now I see the Dolphins, the other teams do the same thing all the time. Tyreek could come in motion and he never comes to a complete stop. The ball just snaps. But
But he didn't start on the center.
exactly. See, I never knew that. I didn't know. I didn't know that little pickle right there. So
It's a lot of little nuances. It's just like if two people are moving at the same time. Once you're gonna have to, both guys are gonna have to come to a complete stop, or you're gonna have two guys in motion, and that's what they got. Illegal motion. But I think, look, this was a great game tonight. Obviously, I would like to see it a little closer. I was hoping Detroit could score, maybe get an onside kick, make it really, really interesting. But give Kansas City, when they needed to bow their backs, they bowed their backs. And that's what you want from a great team. When it's all said and done, Kansas City's going to be there in the end, Ocho.
Yeah.
They get Rashee Rice back this week, Ocho.
Yeah, because he sure is coming. He sure is coming back. And the funny thing about it is not only is he coming back, but as well as they played so far without him, each week they've gotten better and better. And like I said, it's by committee. You don't know which receiver is going to have his day. I don't like the fact that Tyquan Thornton has been such a intricate part of the offense.
And he was nothing today.
All of a sudden tonight, you know, the package of whatever plays they might have had for him, it just wasn't the same. I hate when they play that.
I hate that too, because he's played so well and he's gaining confidence. And the last thing I want to do is to do something to suppress his confidence because he's looking around like, what did I do this week? I mean, why was I not? Because he scored a touchdown damn near every week he's played, Ocho.
Yeah.
And he's played extremely well. Big catch after big catch, big play after big play. So it's very, very unfortunate. Hopefully, they get into a situation where they get him where he can come back around and make plays for him again. Ocho, the Bucs beat the 49ers 30-19. Baker threw two touchdown passes and had a spectacular scramble. Fans serenaded him with MVP chants, and many were still hailing Baker as he left the stadium. The injury-riddled 49ers lost four-time All-Pro linebacker Fred Warner to a dislocated right ankle. Kyle Shanahan said the ankle was broken and dislocated, and he'll need season-ending surgery. Baker, 17 of 23, 256, two touchdowns. Buka left the ball game. So he's playing without his four top receivers. Bucky Irvin is top running back, and he's still doing that. Right now, he's the MVP front runner. I know it's only 6 weeks into the season.
Yeah, but it's his to lose, huh? It's his to lose.
Absolutely.
The MVP is his to lose. The way Baker Mayfield is playing right now, he's playing the best football at the quarterback position with no Mike Evans, no Chris Godwin. Obviously, Bucky Irvin goes down. Ibuka goes out today with a hamstring injury, and he still doesn't miss a beat in the past.
He played a couple of games without Tristan Wirth.
Yes, the awesome, one of the better left tackles in today's game as well. Hey, Baker Mayfield, again, situations matter. Oh, my goodness, he's playing good.
It's better, Ocho, to let guys be themselves. I think that's why a lot of guys have success in Baltimore, because they don't try to change you. Whoever you are, all we want you to do is play hard. If you like to talk. If you want to be quiet, ain't nobody going to talk to you. Whatever you like to do, whoever you are, we want you to be more of that. And see, Baker, this is who Baker is. Tampa say, you lead. If you want to joke and you want to dance, you want to do,
hold on,
take off.
Did you see him after he had that scramble run where he escaped the pocket?
Yeah.
Went to the sideline, came back. When he got up, all I could think about was when he put that goddamn flag in the middle.
He planted the flag and the shoe.
Yeah, man, that's okay. That's the Baker Mayfield I've grown to love. You know, obviously the quarterback position, they have to carry themselves a certain way. They have to be almost political robots in a sense. He's one of the few that does not abide by that rule.
Right. He's a very emotional guy, but he can flat out throw the football. And it doesn't matter who's in there. He's going, I'm gonna get you the football. He like I said, look, there are a couple of guys. Sam Darnold is in that discussion for MVP. Sam Darnold is playing extremely well. Obviously, Mahomes is going to be somewhere lagging around, because I think Mahomes probably have – how many touchdowns to interceptions does Mahomes have, Ash? But he's playing extremely well. but shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake doing his thing, man. And see, somebody that believes in you.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that wants you. At the end of the day, we all want to be wanted.
Yeah.
If you're in a relationship, you want to know that your partner wants to be with you. You want.
Right.
I ain't saying you got to tell me every day.
Yeah.
But
they got to let you know.
I appreciate you.
Hey, man, I'm glad you said that, huh? Now I know we talking football right now, and that resonated with me right now because sometimes we unsure because sometimes we have to ask,
Yeah.
Excuse me, Miss. Hi. Do you want me? You sure? Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. I think everything's okay. Yeah, she want me. Yeah. Appreciate that. I'm glad you just said that, man, because sometimes fellas at home, like, if just you need to ask and make sure, how the Bucks want Baker Mayfield. Does your woman at home and your girlfriend or whoever you're seeing, do they allow you to be yourself so you can be your best version of you? Because when you're the best version of you, you get what you get with Baker Mayfield. So if you feel like you're in prison and you're not free, to be able to blossom and bloom like yourself, you need to ask that question.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just want sometimes you just want to be appreciated. Sometimes I just tell me, say, you know what? I appreciate you.
Yeah. You didn't tell me you appreciate me.
I appreciate you.
You appreciate me? Oh, thank you. Yeah, she appreciates.
Look, I ain't big. I'm big on affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
And that's how I operate. And
Mm-hmm.
Baker, he just wanted to be appreciated.
Hey.
Let me look. I'm not gonna put you in harm's way. Yeah, look, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna. And I think, look, those Progressive commercials. I think the thing is with that, I think Progressive is based in Cleveland. He's the quarterback of the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's basically the only really commercials I see. Now I don't know what they do in local, but the only really commercials that I see nationally is the Heisman House. You see, and he does a great job. Those guys, I mean, that's a family, that's a brotherhood. There's only X amount of those guys, and they do a great job. But I think he's really focused. He doesn't forget anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Cleve, you got rid of me. Can you imagine letting us, man, like he win the MVP? Like y'all had the MVP. Y'all had this.
Yeah.
But y'all didn't believe in me. Y'all said y'all wanted a grown up. I guess I grew up, huh?
Hey.
Now, the Carolina situation, Tepper, I know he got mad at Steve Wilkes, but an interim coach doesn't have any say. That's Tepper.
Yeah, absolutely.
He goes to the Rams. We know he wasn't going to be the Rams because Matthew Stafford won the Super Bowl. So we know he wasn't going to stay there. But he goes to Tampa, and he gets into a situation where you got Chris Godwin, you got Mike Evans, you got Cade Otton. Jason Light has done a great job of drafting. You get Bucky Irvin, you get White, you get a Mekabuka. So he's done an unbelievable job. But give Baker credit. He didn't complain. He didn't hang his head. Oh, Paul Baker. Oh, man, I can't believe Cleveland did that to me. He didn't do any of that. He didn't sulk. He didn't cry. He just put his boots on and he went to work. And I'm happy for him. I've been one of, like, when he was in Cleveland, when he didn't play well, I said that. But I have no problem whatsoever giving a man credit when credit is due. His credit is due.
Definitely due.
He playing his ass off.
And you know what? Every dollar he's earning, every cent.
Baker finna get a look
again.
He get a 3-year deal. Yeah. He in year 2 of a 3-year deal.
So they
finna come see him. Baker finna get one of them $50 million. For sure.
Well, he making 49.
He ain't making 33. They gave him 3 years by the $100 million.
Okay. Oh, they definitely.
I need more than that because y'all see them other guys. I need that. Come see me.
Y'all come see me. I need that.
We asked Mahomes has 11 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. For our final segment of the evening, it's time for Q and A.
Oh, you know what time it is out here, Unc?
What time is it?
It's 6:21.
A.M.?
Yeah, it's 6:20. What's you call? She just went to the airport. So my flight at 10 o'clock. So I land in Miami at 5, and then I'm taking the kids at an NBA YoungBoy concert.
Dr. Frankie L. Bellamy, for the record, I have fired my weatherman. Clearly, he did not see a storm coming. Still love my Cowboys. You remember who say the weatherman said it's going to be a Cowboy victory? Weatherman always lying. Morning conversation, Shador need representation that can free him from Cleveland. That's the real story, not Lions chief. They got it right. Can't nobody free him from nowhere. Danny B, no New England Patriots fans in the chat is wild. Drake May is playing good football. Drake May is playing great football.
Phenomenal. Morning
coffee, Unc and Ocho, read the room. We want Shador free.
But that ain't gonna
what
work.
They got to do with it?
That ain't gonna work.
Yeah. He ain't got no parole coming up. He ain't up for parole. TS Car Wash and Detail Service. Bengals need Russ bad. Just spend the money. Who's the tallest NFL quarterback ever played? I think Dan McGuire. I think he was 6'8.5". Osweiler was like 6'7". I think Dan McGuire, Mark McGuire brother, played with the Seahawks.
Listen, Flacco was just fine today. For those, I mean, we lost the game, but unless you watched, I watched the whole game. I'm like, yeah, we can work with this. There's only so much they can put on this plate coming into this game. He was only sacked one time. You expect a game like this with the front line that the Packers have, you would think it would be turmoil. It'd be chaos, but it wasn't. You know, there were some good flashes offensively. We're gonna be all right, and you'll be able to see him Thursday night when it's the actual only game that's on.
Still gonna kick that L. Jason Zeldorf, Justin Fields, Aaron Glenn said football back 100 years. Who is the most god-awful quarterback in the NFL? Justin, Russ, or Chad? Make Jake Browning. Chad's man, Jake Browning. Well, Jake Browning is the worst. But 2 of the 3 gotten benched. If Justin Fields don't start playing better, he about to make it 3 for 3, Ocho.
Well, you think? Well, and who's the back? Oh, Tyrod.
Tyrod.
Okay. Yeah, Tyrod is definitely capable of competing and giving you a chance. Yeah,
I told you what was going to happen.
Whoa. Listen, one thing about it. Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't do that because it didn't look as good as you did. It looked like a woman with no makeup. That's what the game. It wasn't pretty.
Hey.
It wasn't pretty. It looked like a woman with no makeup. It
was an ugly contest.
It's nothing to be.
And y'all still lost. You know what I'm saying? It was an ugly contest and you lost.
Okay.
And I told you what was going to happen. I told you what was going to happen. I said, Ocho, they're gonna be on Justin Fields like lions on a wildebeest. I said, you watch what I tell.
Yeah. Did you see that? Hey, you was right. You was right. Did you see his stat line at the end of the game?
I saw his stat line. I'm finna go over his stat line. He was 9 of 17 for 45 passing yards. When you take away the sack yards, he was minus 10 yards passing. That's the fewest pass yards in Jets history. That's the fewest allowed by a team since 1998. So it's been 27 years since somebody has had a worse passing line than what Justin Fields had today. They sacked him 9 times for minus 55 yards. They had 82 yards. Chad, in an NFL game, a team had 82 yards of total offense. In a 60-minute NFL game, they were 2 of 15 on third down. 57 yards of total offense.
Jesus.
No, let me take that back. They had 82 yards of total offense. 9 sacks, 15 hits, 7 tackles for losses, 4 passes defended, minus 10 net passing yards. And I tweeted, Ocho, this is a new low even for the Jets. 82 total yards, 82 effing yards in an NFL game, 2 of 15 on third downs, and allowed 9 sacks. This is the worst offensive performance I've seen in a while. Not sure if it can be fixed. This was awful.
Well,
and it was, Ocho. Ocho, I don't think I'm breaking news.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you, Ocho.
Talk to me.
I don't know how well Justin Fields processes information.
You don't think
freezes.
So?
He freezes. There were a couple of times, Ocho, he's got to take the flat right now, and he doesn't.
Oh, he's waiting on something else to develop.
Yes, I don't know what it is. Ocho, he's got to get out. This isn't college.
Right.
In the NFL, you must throw people open. Right. Guys are not, yes, sometimes they'll blow a coverage. and and the guy's wide open, and you can throw it to him.
Right.
But 8.5 times out of 10, you've got to throw guys open in this league.
Yeah,
the guys are too good.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. And I'm watching him, Ocho, and he freezes a lot of time. It's like, I'm like, bro, and I don't know. We blamed the Chicago, and we said it was Eberflus, and Pittsburgh, well, he didn't get a chance. Now he has a chance, and I don't know what it is, but I just know this: he's not processing the information as fast as he needs to. And to be great at that position, you must process information extremely fast, because Ocho, is happening. It's 1, 2, 3. Hey, you skate 1, 2, it's gone.
You got to get out of there, most definitely, especially with them not really blocking well for him, being sacked 9 times a day. See, from your point of view, so you're able to have better context on why it looked the way it did. Sitting in the suite and watching, live in person is a little different. You just see everything happening fast in person. Don't know why it's happening because there's no replay. There's nothing you can watch.
That's why I don't like watching games in the stadium, because you look for the replay, because I want to see.
Yeah. So I really couldn't understand. I didn't know I didn't know it was as bad as it was once I saw the stat lines at the end of the game. I saw him obviously running for his life. I saw there wasn't much they were able to do offensively. I talked to AG. I talked to AG before the game. I was like, listen, congratulations on everything you're doing. I hope you guys turn this thing around and getting the boys a plan. And hey, I guess this just wasn't the week. Not playing against that goddamn Broncos defense. And you said what they was gonna do, and they went out there and did everything you said they was gonna do. It's almost like the Jets don't even look like an NFL team, damn near.
No, they don't.
Looks like they
At times they really don't. I'm like, did y'all practice? Ain't no way you practice. Either one or two things. You're not practicing, or you're practicing to be just this bad. Because normally people practice to be good. You got to practice doing what they're doing. This is bad, and I hate it for AG, because I know AG personally. I know him well. He's a really good dude, but he could not have gotten off to the worst start.
Yeah.
Because these guys, if for whatever reason, whatever they're coaching is not resonating, it's not getting through to them. Garrett Wilson was asked asked about his sideline exchange with Aaron Glenn at the end of the first half. Ocho, let's take a listen to what he had to say.
Didn't seem happy at the end of the first half when you were walking off the field. Was that the way the drive went?
Well, really, that stuff like that is just, I don't know, y'all. I just didn't know exactly what the plan was, and once I figured it out, I was disappointed. I'll just say that. So, yeah.
How do you run a play? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I didn't know exactly what the plan was. I just thought once we converted the fourth down, I just thought we were going for the trying to make the play, and then obviously we get to another fourth down, and it's a tough spot to be in. So, in hindsight, I get why they did that, but in the moment, I was just like, man, I don't know. Yeah.
He's speaking specifics, huh? He's speaking specifics,
Yes, I don't know. I didn't know what they was doing. I was like, y'all just gonna let the time run out? Ain't nobody. You're not gonna run a play. You're not gonna even attempt anything.
I was thinking about clock management as well, and I'm like, why are they letting the clock go all the way down? Let's try to do something. Let's do something. But obviously, he's frustrated. He's frustrated.
And he should be. Yeah, the guy he was offensive rookie of the year with some very marginal quarterbacks.
Yeah, exactly.
And allegedly, supposedly, they had supposed to have gotten better quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But his stats aren't indicative of that. So he's frustrated by that. Second of all, when you do what they did, it tells me you don't trust your quarterback.
Yeah. Oh,
that's the only reason you would do something like that, because we've seen other teams with other quarterbacks with that same amount of time try to run plays, and if we got time, we're gonna use our timeouts, or we're gonna help the guys, hope the guys can get out of bounds. But when you just let that amount of time just run off the clock, ain't no way in hell you cannot convince me they trust the quarterback.
You don't. You don't, because that's the only reason you do a time like that. We can't put our team, we can't put our quarterback because his decision making is not where it needs to be. Be able to put him in situations that might not be advantageous for him because he might make the wrong decision with the ball. We can't trust him.
To make matters worse, Wilson suffered an injury to one of his knee ligaments, and he'll have an MRI upon returning to New Jersey. Ocho, look, and when he did, and he was late with the ball, he was all over the place. He had him on the out, and he throws it behind him. He had another guy. He would have had the first down, and he ends up hurting his back. And so on fourth down, they don't even have Garrett Wilson in the ball game. I'm like,
whatever could go wrong went wrong today for them.
It went wrong, but Ocho,
Everything.
even the best defense attorney will instruct you at some point in time.
Yeah,
we don't have a winnable case. At some point in time, and it's coming sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
I don't know how much further I can stick my neck out for Justin Fields.
Yeah.
I don't know, Ocho. I don't know.
In order to have a chance, in this league, it's 32 teams. In order to have a chance, I don't care who's coaching. I don't care what you have on the offensive line. I don't care what you have at receiver. I don't care what you have on defense. In order to have a chance in today's era of football, you got to have a quarterback. He doesn't have to be the fastest. He doesn't have to have the best arm. He just has to be consistent in his decision making. He has to have exquisite anticipatory skills and being able to play the position, being able to process information in front of him, and being able to do exactly what you ask of him to make sure that offense goes, whatever that may be. Whatever it may be. I thought this would be good for Justin Fields, especially with the signs that he showed with the Steelers last year.
Yes.
Leading them to a winning record until Russell Wilson was given a job by Mike Tomlin. I'm like, you know what? If Justin Fields gets his own team, I think he's going to be okay because he showed flashes of brilliance and what he could do when he's quarterback number one. Now you're quarterback number one. You ain't got nobody to worry about. You don't have nobody looking over your shoulder, so you can actually play free. You can play freely, but based on the play call and some of the things that they were doing, it's like they don't even trust in the quarterback that they have because the play calling isn't free. We have to protect our quarterback from himself. So you know what? We're going to the half. We're going to let the clock run out because we don't even want to put him in the situation where he has to make certain decisions because it can go wrong.
You're right. It's bad. It's bad, and I know, and AG's like wants to show support, but I don't know how much longer that, because at the end of the day, Ocho, you got 50 other guys in that locker room now, and I understand the loyalty that you want to have for your quarterback and you want to show support, but you'll lose the locker room supporting one as opposed to the other guys because they'll look like, and they know, Ocho, you've been in locker rooms for a long time. I've been in locker rooms.
Yeah.
And maybe Tyrod, maybe it's time to, maybe you give it a couple of more games. You like, well, hey, Justin, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to let Tyrod have a go at this.
Yeah. See if he can get some things going.
Because this is terrible. Now look, the Broncos defense is really, really good. That front seven, they get after your quarterback. And if you think about it, they're rotational. Bonito and Cooper, they'll go a series, and then the next they got a whole different set of lineup. And they got a NASCAR package that they just keep rotating them, and they keep coming. They collapse you from the outside, and then you got Big Allen collapse in the middle. So and they're gonna run you into somebody. If you run wide, Coop got you. If you run to the other side, Bonito got you. You try to step up in the pocket, you got Allen collapse in the pocket. So they're really good. Don't get me wrong. Now that's not a slouch defense. And Pat Surtain is legit. He is legit. He is hands down the best corner in football.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And he is smooth, man. He is so smooth the way he can transition. And he's long. His arm like this long. And so he doesn't have to be that close to do this or to do this.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's so fluid. I mean, for someone to be as tall as he is and to be as fluid through the hips as he is, because bro, he backpedal and get out of there in a hurry, and he can whip his hips and go. But Ocho,
Mhm.
Being raised on a farm,
Uh-huh.
I was in 4-H, went to county fairs, went to a goat show, a cow show, and I've seen it, and I've been to the circus.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen no ish like what I saw with the Jets today.
You done been around a lot of football too. You ain't seen nothing like
I
this.
have,
Yeah.
but today, I'm talking about look, and I've been on. I'm like, damn. I'm trying to think. I think maybe one other time that I've actually been around and I saw it. Hell, I was a part of it.
Right. It had to be
I
the
think you
Ravens.
got to go back to '92, and
Yeah.
the Eagles beat us. I think they beat us 30-0. I don't know if we had 50 yards of total offense.
The Ravens.
Yeah, no, the Eagles. No, I was with the Broncos.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was what 33 years ago.
Yeah.
And you got to think about it, Ocho. They said the last time somebody had that few yards in a passing game, that was 98. That was 27 years ago. So
Yeah.
you're talking about almost 3 decades. This doesn't happen often. So people, I don't want you to think that, oh man, that could happen. No, this does not happen often, especially in today's game when it's catered for the quarterback and the receivers because you can't punish the quarterback and it's hard for you to touch the receivers. So with that being said, to get a performance like what they got today, Ocho, 82 yards of total offense.
Yeah, that's a testament to how good that defense actually is. Even with them being handicapped because of the rules, that's just how good they are.
And how bad the opposing team was. It's a combination.
That too. Hey, listen, two things can be true, and
They absolutely can be true. But I don't know where the Jets go. I do know they take their ass home. And that's a long ass flight to take an ass whipping. You so
Do you even watch film, or do you?
hell no, I ain't showing that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm putting that where they put Jimmy Hoffa. Wherever the hell that is, I'm burying that tape. Ain't nobody gonna see that.
Oh,
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna sue NFL Films if they show it. You better be glad that they got, like, remember they used to have Inside the NFL Ocho, and they have the Thursday night, they have the game.
Yeah.
When you was on, and they show highlights from the game.
Yeah.
Nah, don't y'all show that.
don't show nothing.
Don't y'all show a D thing. But this was bad. This was bad. And you can lose a locker room if you're not careful.
But also, there's one thing about losing the locker room and a coach having to make a very tough decision. For a quarterback that you consider your number one, a quarterback that's been paid, is the backup the answer? Because once you make a move in the middle of a season like this, we're only in week 6. Once you make a move like this, you're making a move.
I think they give them a couple more weeks, Ocho. But if
Okay.
they don't turn this thing around, I can see a situation. Ocho, if we 0-8, 0-9, 0-10, so what? What are we trying to do? Because I already know a team and another team that's in the Midwest that's trying to get the number 1 pick. That's Cleveland. And we'll talk about them in a minute.
Right.
So are the Jets trying to get the number 1 pick?
Okay,
Because if you're trying to get the number 1 pick, you just stay the course.
I see where you're going.
Because that quarterback that you bring in there, Tyrod's going to try to win games.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. And I'm not saying Justin Fields isn't. So you just tell me what to do, because here's the thing. These other guys in the locker room, they don't care that you're trying to build for the future.
Oh, no,
I ain't
no.
trying to get my head split right now while you building for the future. Damn your future. My future is right now, because I might not even be here when we get good.
Yeah, which is true. And they're gonna be some heads rolling now. There's gonna be some attitudes. There's gonna be some frustrations, especially from 5. Garrett Wilson ain't finna go for that. Garrett Wilson not finna go for that. You paid me like the receiver that I am. Please use me as such. Please use me as such.
Ocho, tonight, this game wasn't close. Jackson Dart did it with his arm and his leg. Scat Pack was sensational. 19 carries, 98 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jackson Dart, 13 carries, 58 yards, another touchdown. They gained 172 yards on the ground. Jackson Dart was 17 of 25, 195, 1 touchdown. He was sacked, but he didn't turn the ball over. And when you can when you can take care of the football and you play, you have a great chance of winning. Jalen Hurts was 24 of 33, 283, 1 touchdown. Ocho, what we say about that late ball if you late and inside?
It's going the other way every time.
And it almost did. They ran the ball 20 times for 73 yards, but they ran the tush push 4 times in a row. They got a touchdown on it. Dallas Goedert has 7 catches, 110 yards, a touchdown. A.J. Brown has 6 for 80. Devontae Smith, who Jalen Hurts overthrew, would have had like a 90-yard touchdown, but he had 4 for 49. Ocho, the Giants did whatever they wanted to do.
Both sides of the ball, too, at that. And both sides of the ball at that. For one, I want to talk about Jackson Dart. I want to talk about how good Jackson Dart looks as a rookie. Obviously, Russell Wilson started the season for the Giants, but when Jackson Dart got his opportunity, he came in and closed the door right behind him.
Yep.
He's making the throws. He's reading. He's improvising. He's escaping. He's eluding. He's using his legs. He's using his arm. His best weapon went down with knee injury, but you wouldn't know that his best weapon offensively, outside of Scatterbo, was hurt. Jackson Dart is a real deal, and he's very exciting. The combination of him and Scatterbo together, it's like 2 little kids. It's like 2 little kids out there on the playground just enjoying the game of football at the highest level. And it's refreshing. It's refreshing for the Giants fans, as you can see and you can hear. You watch the game with the sound off, but just watching the reaction and the sound of the Giants.
Oh, they're going. I can see the fans when they pan and the fans go. I'm sure they're saying, "Boo!" Like for Scatterbo, Scat Pack was doing his thing. Jackson Dart, I'm sure they're howling Dart. Look, this was and we'll get to this, Ocho, because the Eagles didn't play well and they got some issues, and we tried to tell them about the issues that they have. But you know what, Ocho? But you can't tell Giants fan anything, because if I critique Jalen Hurts, you don't like black people. You don't say this about white quarterback. If I critique their team, I'm jealous. I'm envious. Okay, fine. I should have your undivided attention, because I couldn't get your attention at first because you was winning. You see that? Right. When you're winning, you can't get nobody's attention. Now I should have your undivided attention because you lost twice.
Yes.
The Giants, they got the makings of a good team. The only thing that concerns me, Ocho, is pressure. There were times back there that Jalen Hurts would just
sitting there, patting the ball.
And 2 of the 4 pass rushers was on the ground. They've got to generate pressure because they don't have elite on the back end. And so you should be able, when you got D. Lawrence, when you got Thibodeau, when you got Abdul Carter, that should be more than enough to create pressure, create havoc, and not nearly. I forgot Brian Burns.
Brian Burns, yeah.
That should be enough, more than enough, to create havoc. Not enough havoc was created tonight. You won the game. But in order for you to keep building on this, you got 10 weeks, you got 10 days off. You get an opportunity to soak in this. I'm sure the Giants fans are going crazy, somewhat crazy, because the Yankees lost last night. But if you're a Giant fan, you look at Jackson Dart, you're like, man, he won his first game. He was playing really well against the Saints, and then he started turning the ball over. If we could protect the ball, I think we might got something. Scat Pack was doing what Scat Pack does. He runs hard. He's looking to run through, as Marshawn Lynch would say, run through a mofo face, and he runs with authority. He's looking to deliver a blow. When he blocks, he's blocking all out. When he's running all out. He missed a couple of cuts early, but hey, all is forgiven. He's a rookie. He'll get better as time progresses. But I thought the Giants' offensive line, Ocho, remember we talked about that thing was a sieve. People just come in you gonna block him? But I thought they did a better job tonight of protecting Jackson Dart. He did a great job of avoiding the rush. When he needed to run, he got out of the pocket. When he needed to throw the ball away, he threw it away. I like what I saw from the New York Football Giants. Wan'Dale Robinson had himself a game. Little John Humphrey, I thought he made some plays tonight, Ocho. But I mean, what can we say? The Giants, I don't think anybody really had picked the Giants to win this game, but it just goes to show you, hey, you take care of the football, and it's a division game, Ocho. It's a rival game. You throw records out the window when you play in a rival now. Yeah,
most definitely. But listen, if you also understand, if you're a bet man, you're definitely picking the Eagles.
Yes. I wonder what the line was. What was the bet? You know what the line was, Ocho?
No,
it had to be. I'm thinking at least 4.5.
Listen, you're going against a rookie quarterback, defending Super Bowl champs. Everybody named Mama probably picked the Eagles to actually win this game. But when you have a quarterback like Jackson Dart, who has been as exciting as he is, who has been unpredictable as he's been since he's gotten the starting job, I mean, for those who actually know and understand the game of football, and based on the small sample size of Jackson Dart that we've been able to see, you throw caution to wind when you come to betting against the Giants, especially after tonight's performance. So going forward, I think things are going to change a little bit when it comes to not only watching the Giants, but putting whatever money you want to on them to win a certain game or Pacific game at that.
It seems like the line was 7.5, depending on where you was betting, who you was betting,
Right.
or where what line you took. I'm confused, Ocho.
Talk to me. Wait, hold on, wait. Before you say anything, let me get comfortable.
I'm confused as to what they're doing with A.J. Brown. I watched the man run 2 unders in a row.
Mm.
I'm like, is that the only route y'all believe A.J. Brown can run?
Mm-hmm.
He run under. He run little. They try to run him on like a little 6-7 yard out. But I don't see no imagination in the routes. I don't see no no creativity in the calls. Man, look, they running smash concepts. They run the sail, and then they run the spot, what we call a spot route. Yeah. Or they'll run the out, and then they'll run the under. Mm-hmm. Or Devontae would try starting the slot, and he'll run the fade, or he'll run the smash route. I mean, and Brown would run the. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
If I'm Jalen Hurts, said, man, I'm tired of running these damn under routes. Give me a dig. Give me a comeback. Give me a deep over. Give me something. Hey, run a bang.
Yeah.
We ain't got no bangs.
Yeah, I will say they made a conscious effort to give him the ball. They made a conscious effort to give him the ball in the first half, and there were some plays that broken down where he was able to scramble out the pocket and get the ball to AJ. It wasn't many of them, but he had a better stat line this week. This game.
Second best most yards he's had. He had that 100-yard game against the Rams where they were down by a lot at the half, and then they came out and made a conscious effort, like, we got to throw the ball because we can't run ourselves back in the ball game. And it's like, okay, AJ. So he had 6 for 80. Dallas Goedert had 9 for 110. Smitty would have been over 100 had Jalen not overthrew him. He put a little bit too much gas up on it. Devontae ran a really good route, had him. I mean, he could have walked backwards and got into the end zone because it looked like his defender had fallen down, Ocho.
Yeah.
When you look at the Eagles, what's going on? Clearly, that meeting didn't help.
Yeah.
I don't know what they discussed. I don't care to know. 34-17, it's been a while since the Eagles lost the game by that. And this game wasn't, I mean, this thing got out of hand quick.
Yeah, it did. And I would think I think we'll start up front with some of the pieces to that offensive line being missing, small holes that you try to cover up, weak links that you try to cover up, but you just can't. There's a reason why Saquon Barkley isn't being as successful in the running game as he was last year. Because
he wasn't, Ocho. You knew they would, Ocho. You thought they were going to let that man come back and rush for another 2,000?
Hey, you do understand the Eagles do have the best offensive line in the league.
Yes, but teams are making a concerted effort.
Right.
What did I tell you? If you're going to beat me, you're going to beat me with Jalen Hurts throwing the football.
Oh, yeah.
Because I like my chances better beating you with him throwing the football than Saquon Barkley running for 125 a game.
Right. Yeah,
it's really that simple. And that's not a knock. I'm not going to let you have a two-way go of it. Now Saquon's running it. Now you play action and throw the ball over the top of my head. Nah. If he's going to throw the ball with pinpoint accuracy, and guess what I'm going to do, Ocho? I'm not going to drop 8 in the box. I'm not going to throw one-on-one. I'm going to make you throw through zones. I'm going to make you throw into coverage. Mm-hmm. Now you do that consistently, okay, I tip my hat to you.
I can live with that.
But I am not going to let Saquon do what he did last year and then be at your mercy. Now you throw when you want to, you run when you want to. You got me begging, man, throw the ball, man, run the ball. Nah, hell nah. You're going to beg for something different. Right. Look, it's early in the season, but clearly something is amiss with the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to pick right up where you left off, Ocho. As someone that has been in that situation, you have to really turn your mind off to like, man, we won the Super Bowl. Yeah, you did that last year. You think these teams gonna roll over just because you won the Super Bowl? You're their Super Bowl this year.
Oh, yeah.
The teams that didn't win the Super Bowl, guess what? When they see your ass on the schedule, now that gives us you know what Brian Daboll said? That's the defending Super Bowl champs. And we just hung 34 on them.
Mm-hmm.
You see, when we play, we can beat anybody in this league. That's what they're saying.
You do that to them.
Because that's the Eagles. That's the defending Super Bowl champ. So now teams base they base how good they are on whether or not they beat them.
And now you see why. Now this gives you a better reason why Jalen Hurts, when they ask him about the Super Bowl and how it feels to be defending champs, why he throws it out the door. That was last year.
Absolutely.
Because he understood how difficult it would be to not only repeat, but to have the same success going into this season.
Same way.
Now we're seeing the struggles that they are having, being that they're not at full strength, especially at the offensive line. Some of the defensive pieces are a little different than they were last year, and things are different. New offensive coordinator, things have to evolve offensively. You know, you can't be too predictable. Last year, because the running game was so efficient, you could damn near do what you want to do.
Exactly.
And you can throw it when you want to. You got to pick your poison on what you want to do. Now things are a little different, and now you're going to get to see the better part of the Eagles. They could do.
You have to dig down, Ocho. We got to dig.
Yeah, they can do one or two things. You can come together and fix it, or things are going to continue to splinter.
Yeah. And we're not going to make no excuses. Oh, the Eagles beat themselves. It looked like to me the Giants had 34 and the Eagles had 17. It didn't say Eagles 1 had 34 and the Eagles 2 had 17.
Right.
Ain't no beat yourself, because see, that's the excuses you make. Last week they should have called pass interference. That was a pass interference. You see what happens, Ocho? If you lose by a little, I can go back and point to things. Well, if we had done this, we had done that. But see, when I beat hell out you, what you gonna say? So what pass interference that would have made up 17 points? What holding call? Man, they was holding. So what holding call would have made up 17 points? What did I miss? What offsides? What penalty that they didn't call that would have made up for 17 points? Oh, I feel bad for my guy Gilly.
Gilly gonna be all right. Gilly gonna be all right. You know why I know he's gonna. Only reason I'm saying he's gonna be all right. Only reason I'm saying the Eagles are going to be okay. It's only because it's so early in the season. It's early in the season. Now if we were on the back end of the season, I give you one. If it was after Thanksgiving, things were looking the way they look now, I'd be worried.
But let me tell you, when you show vulnerability early,
yes,
teams like they can be had. That's the thing. Now, because you're already going to get everybody's best shot, Ocho, because you're the reigning Super Bowl champs.
Absolutely.
You're going to get everybody's best. But now they're like, hey, they vulnerable. They can be had. The ferocity, that defense is not nearly as vicious and suffocating as it was. That's a rookie, Ocho. I don't give a damn who back there. That is a rookie quarterback in only his third start. And he did that. He did that. And he didn't seem bothered by what you were doing on the back end. He didn't seem flustered. He didn't seem off kilter. He didn't seem like, man, what are they doing? I'm seeing ghosts out there. He didn't seem that way to me. Now, maybe somebody else saw something that I didn't see, but he looked perfectly fine to me.
Hey, I tell you,
I can see why AJ getting frustrated, because I get tired of running under routes too.
Yeah,
I would. I get tired of running short crosses. They run, man, stop, man, give me something down the field. It would be very interesting, Ocho, if we were to watch a cut up, we see all 22, and see how many times he run further than 10 yards down the field.
Right. Yeah,
because I see a lot of people. I see a lot of routes. Short cross over the ball, under route, slant route, 5 yard out. Man, let that man run a deep over. Let the man run a comeback. Let the man run a dig. Damn.
Yeah, and more than
Because
one.
everybody goes, Ocho, now they know he's not going deep. I'm squatting on everything, Ocho. I ain't getting on no damn back pedal because he ain't running no go ball.
Especially the better corners. Especially the better corners.
Mm-hmm.
That know and understand down and distance. We understand tendencies. We understand split. We understand schemes. We understand the route concepts. Okay. Oh, he on top of the numbers. Oh, he ain't going nowhere.
You ain't run no damn go route from no top of those numbers.
Oh, absolutely not. Oh, he inside the numbers. Okay. Well, I know
you try to run a shallow. You try to run a shallow.
either he run the shallow or he coming outside. One or the other. I could just sit. Like I don't know. I think maybe the casual fan doesn't understand how difficult the game of football is if it's not complicated, but how easy it is for those who study the game, who watch film and are used to seeing things over and over and over.
Yeah.
It's difficult. So now the onus is on the offensive coordinator to be a little bit more creative, to throw off those that you're playing week to week, because now there's film on you. There's a year's worth of film on you, and you got to change things up. Because if you don't change things up, you get what you see tonight. You get players that are frustrated because the blueprint is out there. The ingredients are out there. And the ingredients are out there. Hey, we know what this tastes like. You got to change it up.
You do, Ocho, and the thing is, just like a pass rusher, you can't give that offensive lineman that same pass rush move. He'll eat that up. After a while, he'll build up an immunity to it. So you got to give him, sometimes you got to turn speed to power. Sometimes you just got to dip. Sometimes you got to wax on, wax off. Sometimes you got to bull. Sometimes you got to hump. You got to change it up. The same thing with the offensive lineman. Hey, sometimes they quick set you or jump set you. Sometimes they stab left and then they come back. Hey, sometimes they catch. You've got to change it up. These guys are good.
Very good.
And they break everything down. They watch him. Watch his feet. Watch when he does this, what he does with his hands. Now watch when he's in this stance. Look how wide his base is. Defensive lineman. Look at his stance. They pay attention. They break everything down to the umpteenth, because the margin of error, these guys are really good, and the margin of victory is so small.
Very small.
It's not. I'm telling you, it's not a mountain. It is small. It's the minute. It's the details. The devil is in the details. Man,
hey, listen, it's one of three plays make the difference in the game.
That's
one
it.
of three. That's it.
2 turnovers did not help. Looked like the Eagles were going in, got a turnover, and Jalen threw it was late and inside. You inside. If that DB can catch, he's going the other way with it. And then it seemed like they were driving again, and A.J. Dillon got the ball punched out. That's 2 turnovers right there when you look like you were about to make something positive happen, and it ends up going the other way. But it's going to be interesting to see how the Eagles bounce back.
Or how they respond in general.
Ocho, you do realize they didn't score a point in the second half.
Yeah.
In the second half.
The 17 was all from the first.
Hey, and on the tush push, that first one, the right guard jumped the count again.
Yeah.
See, he almost has to jump the count because he has to keep the guy off the center. Because if the center gets stand up, because remember, Jalen Hurts is coming right behind him. So if he gets stood up, the guard, one of those guards have to knock somebody off him. Yeah. Let him get some push. Now we can get Jalen Hurts to get a little push. So we get some leg drive. If the center gets stood up, where's Jalen going?
Yeah, the play doesn't work. I mean,
the play doesn't work.
Unless he picks the gap.
It's gonna look. I'm sure Nick Sirianni's like, he's like, good guys. Know it's a tough one. It was a short week, but hey, it was a short week for the Giants. Everybody's gonna have at least one short week. The Cowboys, will probably have 2 because they got the Thanksgiving game, and then they likely plays the following Thursday after that.
Right,
but. I think tonight we can talk about the Eagles till we're blue in the face, but I think tonight was more about what the Giants did, positive and good, as opposed to Eagles. The Eagles have their issues, but here's the thing. If I got issues and you don't take advantage of them, what good is that? Mistake, when you make a mistake, can I make you pay for it?
Right.
You leave the door open, I walk in your house.
Mm-hmm.
You leave something out at the table, I eat off your table. Every mistake the Eagles made, Giants made them pay for it. The question is, look, Sirianni cut his teeth in calling plays. And I know it's because here's the thing. Anytime you do something that's abnormal, people think you're panicking. If I take over the play calling, Ocho, what am I saying? The guy that had the play calling, he's not doing a good job. Be it offensive or defensive. If I reassign people, hey, you was in class, Ocho. Shannon, Chad, get your book, move over here. That means you were being a disruption. You were doing something you had no business. I got that all the time. Shannon, can you move up here by me? Why? You know why. So that's the way that's people going to look at that from the outside and say, well, okay. I thought wasn't nothing going on. If nothing's going on, why are you making these changes? Why are you making these moves? Yeah. But at the end of the day, I've got to do what's in the best interest of this team. Yeah. And if I have to take over the play calling, I don't want to. I don't want to take over the play calling, but I will if I have to. And the question is, do you think Sirianni should or will take over the play calling?
Ooh, that's tough.
That's asking an awful lot of a head coach. I mean, look, Kyle Shanahan does it. Andy Reid does it. There aren't Sean McVay does it. Yeah. It's not a whole lot of guys. Ben Johnson does it now. But for the most part, hey, I got lieutenants. I let lieutenants do their job. I oversee everything. I hear everything. If there's something, we're going to run it on this one. Hey, you got that specialty play, do that. I try to oversee everything. So what do you think? What do you think will happen, or what do you think should happen?
I think more so a conversation. I think more so a conversation is had between Patula and Sirianni, because Sirianni has enough as a head coach, huh? He has enough. He has enough going on that he has to deal with. He has enough on his plate as is. You already have coaches appointed to certain positions, and they have their jobs. Now, if you want a coach to do his job a little better or find ways to make things work, is here now talking from an offensive perspective, you have that conversation with him and what needs to change and what he would like to see as a head coach. But taking over the play calls this early, to me, it sends them in panic mode, and I don't think that's something that they really need, is not to panic, but find a way, figure out what solutions we can take, what creative effort, can Patullo do in creating a little bit of creativity offensively and moving some things around, just throwing a few wrinkles in there, not going too far away from the game plan and schematically and the things that do work and that you like to do, but just throwing some wrinkles in there that give you a little bit more success, that aren't predictable when you're out there playing.
Ocho, you know how coaches always ask the quarterback, and the quarterback goes to the coach and says, these are the plays I like.
Yeah.
Go to AJ Brown and say, AJ, what you like? What you want to run? Give me a hint. How can I help you? What do you like?
Yeah.
Ask him. I mean, Mike would ask me, hey, 84, what you like here?
Same. Especially in that first 15. Yeah.
You can't go wrong with basic cross. You can't go wrong with wide choice. You cannot go wrong with those. Mm-hmm. You give me one of those, I'm good. You give me one of those, I'm good. Yeah. I'll make it work. I don't give a damn if he's playing outside leverage. I don't care if he's playing head up. I don't care if he's playing inside leverage. He cannot stop me from going where I want to go. He's going to ask me what I like. Hey, you like the Zorro here? Yeah, I like Zorro. Yeah, I like Zorro. I like Zorro. I like it. I'm really trying to get a touchdown, so I kind of like it. Ocho, I like it the 10 going in. I ain't really trying to get no first down because they only gonna bite one time, Ocho. It's like a fish. You catch a fish and you hook him and he get off. He ain't biting again. Not that one. Now somebody else might get his ass another day in time, but he not gonna bite. So that's the way I look at it. Like if I beat him on this Zorro this time and I get a first down, he ain't biting again. So I kind of like in the 10 for the Zorro route. But anything else, Mike, hey, you do right choice, you do basic, you do a basic cross, anything like that, I'm good. I'm Gucci. Hey, run Tiger far cross. Hey, anything. Just go to AJ and say, AJ, what you like? Tell me what, if I said, AJ, give me your 5 favorite routes that you like to run.
Yeah.
And let me see how I can incorporate it in what we're doing.
Okay.
Because all they do, Ocho, is that you got your plays and you watch the film and you see what the other teams did to their ass last week, and then you put that in and call it your stuff.
Bingo. That's it. It's a copycat
That's
league.
all you do.
It's a copycat league, and they do it every week.
That's it.
Whatever they saw that worked on film, and you happen to be playing that team, they're going to do the exact same thing. Formation might be a little different.
Absolutely. What
Going to be exactly the same.
You think AJ asked for a trade?
No, hell. Oh, shoot. You know what? I'm not in AJ's shoes. I'm not in the shoes. I don't know. I'm not sure. And being how he is, his mannerisms, his beliefs, and the way he moves and thinks is much, much more completely different than that of what they think he is.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he's the type to ask for a trade. But he's frustrated. Devontae Smith is frustrated.
For sure.
They both voiced their frustrations. I think it was maybe last week or week before last, publicly. So I'm not sure.
I think.
Why you laughing?
AJ, look at because I understand. I really do. I really do, because I don't want people to think. I understand AJ's situation. AJ say they don't pay me to win; they pay me for stats. The only problem that I have, stats get me paid, not wins. Not wins.
I told you, yeah. Remember I said that. What?
Yes.
2 weeks ago? I said that.
Oh, the only problem is that AJ, keep that with Sirianni, keep that with Petula, keep that with what you call them. I say because when you voice it outside, people are gonna look at you as being selfish and say you care about your stats than you do about winning. Even though that's how you're going to get paid. I get it.
Yeah.
But you're not going to be able to elicit sympathy from that fan base because we winning, Ocho. Just like, Ocho, you winning, you like, man, but y'all done won 7 games in a row. How you go publicly and tell my man, I need to get the ball?
Right.
People going to look at you as being selfish. Although I understand what it's based on, I just wish, like I said, because like a family, football team is a family. I guarantee you spend more time with the football team than you do your real family.
Especially during this time.
Yes. From basically from July, when you go to training camp until your season ends, you spend more time with them. You do. And you do everything you can to keep everything in house.
Yeah.
When it gets out, now everybody has their own interpretation to what's going on.
Exactly.
When you keep it in house, don't nobody know. You know what's actually being said. You know what and how to fix it. But then once it gets out, and like I said, that meeting, I'm trying to figure out how many people knew about that meeting, Ocho?
Somebody probably upstairs. I guarantee you that. Somebody knows. He's some reporter, a player talking to a reporter that they probably confide in and thought it wouldn't get out. Or they wouldn't tell anybody, and all of a sudden the rest of the world knows.
Everything's getting out now. You can't, Trust nothing. Trust absolutely nothing. But now, what I knew to be true all along, Kellen Moore is a damn good offensive coordinator.
Absolutely.
A damn good one. He was good at Dallas. He was really good at Dallas. He was great. He won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. Normally, it's a little lull. Normally, Detroit doesn't seem to be having that problem that Ben Johnson left. They don't seem to have that problem that AG left on the defensive side of the football. Detroit is playing extremely well.
Remember what I said, huh? Remember what I said when Ben Johnson left?
Yes.
When Aaron Glenn left, I said, Unc, even though the coaches left, the pieces of that puzzle are still there. So you take the coaches out and the pieces of the puzzle still there, you can still put it together.
Right.
You can still put it together because you still got the same pieces. So it doesn't matter who called the play. That's why sometimes when I hear fans say, oh, they want coaches fired when things aren't going well. Well, hell, if he had the goddamn players to execute, it wouldn't be no damn problem. Well, Bill Belichick was great at New England because he had the pieces, including Tom. And now they want him, I heard he might get fired sometime this week in North Carolina. Hit Bill. Well, what the hell you want to do? What you want to do?
Well, people look at it. If you don't got Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, and Larry Fitzgerald, you don't have good receivers. But Larry Fitzgerald and Jerry Rice and Randy Moss ain't. I mean, it takes a special type of person to fit that system. And Randy fit the system for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden he wanted more, and Bill said no. Everybody's not going to be able to go, Ocho, weeks. I caught 2 passes this week. I caught 4 passes last week. I caught this. No. Those guys are number one receivers for a reason.
Yeah.
New England built their game plan to win. Mm-hmm. Other teams build their game plan around great players.
Right.
That's the difference. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this thing plays up. I think getting away, hey, Sirianni, look, I don't want to see you guys till Monday. I'll see you guys Monday. Don't worry about this tape. I'll see you guys Monday. Come in, and we'll have a quick meeting, get a lift in, get a run in, run some of this out. I'll see you guys Monday. Got Tuesday off. Let's be ready to come back to work Wednesday and fix whatever we got going on. It's good to clear our heads, get an opportunity to get away from this. Hey, you don't need to watch television. You don't need to read the paper. Stay off the internet and be ready when we come back in here on Wednesday.
Yeah,
let's be ready to work and get this thing done.
Get it right. They're gonna have to fix it, and don't let anything else come out the locker room. Don't say nothing crazy after the media. Anything. I'm not sure who might have talked to the media after the game. I hope they took time to allow themselves to defuse from whatever anger, whatever emotions you may be having. Take a shower first. First, cool off, then talk to the media. Don't give them no ammunition.
You know what I'm surprised of, Ocho? I'm surprised how many people, when they go to the locker room, the first thing they do is check their phone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, because I'm one of them.
I'm shocked by that.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
But see, you
I'm not gonna lie to you.
You played in that era. You played in the era that they did have social media. Right. So I'm glad I didn't play in that era. I'm glad.
Yeah, it just started. It just started. So I call social media.
The guys, you think they check their phone at halftime too?
No, I don't know about that one. Yeah. My last year, I checked. Okay, I'm out here cutting the fool. Let me see what they talking about.
What they talk about on IG? Oh, Joe, what do you think about the tush push 4 times? Michael Parsons says this is not football with 2 trash emojis.
Hey, if you can't stop it, don't knock it if you can't stop it. If the Packers were able to do it, that wouldn't be a problem. So I mean, tush push is not football. So let's talk about some of the plays that other teams run that nobody can stop, that aren't highlighted.
True.
We're going to start eliminating plays from certain teams that do one thing specifically well.
Just because somebody can do something better than anybody can do one thing.
Yeah. Hey, find a way to stop it. I know how to stop it. I can't give the formula on how to stop it.
Yeah. You know, my brother used to tell us all the time, he says, my goal was to do my job, do this one thing better than anybody else did anything. I'm fine.
Yeah.
It seems to me that the tush push, the Eagles do this better than any other football team does anything else.
Yeah.
Whether it's rush the quarterback, whether it's throw the ball, whether it's run the ball, whatever the case is, the Eagles do the tush push better than any other football team do any other thing. So I agree with you, Ocho. Is it aesthetically pleasing? No.
No. But I
don't believe you should throw it out just because somebody can't stop it.
Right.
So if Micah says it's trash, he got the 2 trash can with the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Dumping the trash in there. What you think, Ocho?
Nah. Micah, and being the competitor he is, it shouldn't matter what anybody else run. Well, you one of the best in the league. You top 3 in the league. It shouldn't matter. You got to stop it.
Tampa is getting getting Big Dez ready. Is they Dez?
Yeah.
Don't let them move you
at all.
Ocho, last week, Rico Dowdell ran for over 200 yards. He knew the Cowboys was on the schedule. They asked him. He said, tell them to buckle up.
Yeah.
They didn't buckle up. The Cowboys beat the Panthers. Excuse me. The Panthers beat the Cowboys by the score of 30-27. Another game in which the Cowboys defense were exposed. Brian Schottenheimer stood up for his defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus. The Cowboys allowed 216 rushing yards, a season high, led by former Cowboy Rico Dowdle, who had 183 yards on 30 carries. It marked the fourth time the Cowboys have allowed at least 144 yards rushing this season. It's also the fourth time this season the Cowboys have allowed at least 30 points. It was also the fourth game they have recorded one or fewer sacks. Now, I remember, Ocho, because, Micah couldn't stop the run, and, Dak is indispensable, and Dak is playing well.
Yeah.
Dak is playing well.
Absolutely.
But Dak is under the same situation that your quarterback was under last year. Because his defense is so putrid, if he punts the ball, when he gets it back, if he had a lead, they're either going to be tied or they're going to be closer than they were when he punted the ball.
Yeah.
Because his defense can't stop anybody. That defense is atrocious. Now, they keep blaming, I don't know what it is. They fired Mike Nolan. They said it was Mike Nolan. Now, some of those players were still there when Mike Nolan was there. They had Zim. It was Zim. He wasn't no good. They got Mike Eberflus. So they've had 3 or 4 different coordinators. And a lot of those same players that were there are still there. Yeah. Now, I want to know, Ocho, at some point in time, we got to start holding these players accountable because we quick to blame that coach, that coordinator, that. Go ahead.
It's the coaches. It's the scheme. But it's never the players, which is why I'm tired of hearing that. I'm tired of hearing that, especially out of the 5-1-3 all the time. But we'll get to that game in a minute. But I said this before the season started, huh? People laughed at me when I said my surprise team. I had 2. One of them was the Bears, and the other one was the Carolina Panthers. Yep. I told them, I want you to watch out for the Panthers. I want you to watch out for Bryce Young, watch out for the defense, and watch out for the receivers. And what are they doing? You saw what they did to the Panthers. You saw what they did to the Atlanta Falcons not long ago. You saw what they did today. Young Bull. I don't want to butcher his last name. Running back. How you say it the right way, Unc?
Dardell.
Dardell. Hey,
people say Dardell, but I think it's Dowdle.
Yeah, I'm going Dowdle or Dardell.
I've heard it both ways. I don't listen to the broadcast, so chat, y'all have to tell me how to say it. As on the broadcast, how do they say it? Do they say Dardell or they say Dowdle?
People don't play by their last name now.
Yeah.
Hey, but listen, boy, he was on a mission.
Yeah.
He was on a mission.
It wasn't nothing cute about him today.
Oh no.
Rico Suave, Rico's supposed to be cute. Yeah. Wasn't nothing cute about Rico today. He told y'all, this man called his shot.
Yeah.
This man said he was gonna do.
He was going, you know how difficult that is to call your shot in the middle of the week before the game and tell people to buckle up and then actually go out there and do exactly what you're going to do, which is the reason why you said you need to buckle up on the ground, catching in the air. Man, Dowdell was all over the place.
He was
Dowdle, yeah.
Dowdle, but I thought that, but I was like, hey, they say Dowdell, hey. But Ocho.
Yeah.
At some point, Jerry has to understand his defense is built. They're undersized. When you have an undersized defense, what does that mean, Ocho? You're built to play with a lead.
A lead, yeah.
Because you want to eliminate the run game because you're 14, 17 points up. They're not going to run it. Now you use those undersized guys to scream upfield. Okay, what happens when you got to sit your light ass in there and catch? They ain't got nobody to hunker down. All I heard was Jerry, I'm very disappointed in you. Mm-hmm. Because everything you were yakking. You win a game, you yakking. You had a tie ball game, and they couldn't get him out the podium. Hell, they thought it was a ringmaster's. Hey, hurry, step right up. Now Carolina done put foots in your butt. Now Jared didn't speak to the media. Why not?
Oh, didn't speak.
Oh, no.
He didn't speak today?
Absolutely not.
Why do you want to talk?
Yeah, exactly. Front running. Now, hold up. You remember what was it, last week? And then, you remember that, Ocho? You see what I'm talking about? Now look at him. Hey, everything that went wrong. Well, Michael wasn't good against the run. Okay, Michael gone. What's your problem now?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Well, we didn't go that far when we had Michael. Okay, how far you gonna go without him now? Because you're 2-3-1.
Hey, listen, if they gonna have a shot, now I know we didn't get to it yet, but offensively, we'll get to that in a minute. But that boy Dak, he earning every bit of that 60. He earning every bit of that 60 or whatever.
Empty calories, Ocho. Empty calories. If you say, you know what, Ocho, if you say, man, you know what, I'm gonna get in shape. I'm gonna get in shape. I'm gonna eat healthy.
Yeah.
Bro, you go eat Twinkies and Ho-Hos, all them is empty calories. They don't do nothing for you. They satisfy your craving, but they add absolutely no nutritional value. That's what those stats are.
But you got to understand. Listen, I'm doing my job. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. This is a team game, right? So
yeah, you're supposed to win.
Yeah, that too. But to give, I need y'all to stop something over here.
They're not.
I need y'all to stop something over here.
I will say to his credit, though, Ocho, he hasn't turned the ball over.
No. He playing clean. He playing.
I will concede, but it's hard because he knows he has to be perfect.
Yeah.
Because my team not gonna stop anybody. Right now we can't stop a parked car. We already that going into the ball game. I already know what I'm up against. Man, that secondary, look.
Like you can't stop a what?
A parked car. I don't know if Diggs is still hurt. He's not the same. Diggs don't even look the same to me. I know Diggs better than this. I don't know if that injury, if he's 100% recovered, because I know he's, they fined him $500,000 because he wasn't around or whatever's going on. But he does look. He was always a cluer. He was always a guesser.
Yeah.
And look, now he got incredible hands. He gets his hands on the ball. He coming down with it.
And most of the times when he does guess, he guesses the right way because he knows what's coming.
No, not anymore, Ocho.
On the offense side of the ball, he didn't look the same. He didn't look the same today.
He ain't looked the same in a while.
Yeah,
he ain't looked the same in a while. And the defense, and because look, they got those guys. Like I said, teams just gonna run the ball. And now when you run the ball, you're gonna have to drop the safety down. And now you don't really have no help over the top.
Ain't none at all.
I mean, if they ran the ball 38 times for 216. Think about it. You dead last in total yards. You like 24th in rush yards allowed. You probably dead last in points. Where are they in points allowed? Because they gave up 40 to the Packers. They gave up 30 today. They gave up, 24? They probably averaging giving up 24. They're close to the bottom. They 28 through 32 in points allowed.
Listen, nobody should be surprised. If you're in the chat tonight, I'm sure you're a faithful fan. You've been watching for a very long time. I told you before the season started. I told you about them Panthers. Everybody laughed at me. Outside of Panthers fans, everybody laughed at me. Oh, Ocho, man, they sorry, they this, they that. I told you, and I'm gonna remind you again. Hey, keep pounding, bitch. All right.
But see, here's the problem that I have, Ocho.
What happened?
See. At some point in time now, you're going to have to, when you get the ball, you're going to have to keep putting points on the board.
Yeah.
You can't be content when you got a lead. They punt the ball, you got to go get points again because that was an anomaly that your defense stopped them. What's the likelihood your defense going to pitch a shutout in the second half?
Not happening.
They gave up 10 points in the fourth quarter. More times than not, they scored 3 in the fourth quarter. So they scored 10, and they gave up 17.
Yeah.
Bryce Young, 17 of 25, $199, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Sack, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. 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 1 touchdown, 1 one time for 5 yards. 38 carries, 216 yards. George Pickens playing his ass off.
Hey, you see, wait, remember we talked about, remember I told you weren't going to have no issues out of bro?
Yep.
And I told you that conversation, George, I know you're going to see this, boy. I love you. But I love you. I told you. It's okay. It's okay.
This is why your team is 2-3-1. The Cowboys, dead last in total D, dead last in pass D, dead last in third down percentage, second to the worst points allowed, averaging 30.7 points a game.
Damn. Wait, offensively, I'm sure they're a little high. They way higher than that.
You ain't overcoming that.
No, you can't. You can't because you
think about what you got to think about, Ocho. In order for you to have, they're giving up 30.7. So in that order for you to be winning, that means you got to score 30.8.
Yeah, a game.
A game.
That's very difficult.
Very.
Very difficult.
They got the second best offense, Ocho. Fourth in points. They're fourth in points, 29.7. So you give up one more, Ocho. See?
Yeah.
Man, we were close. All I need to do is score one more point to you, and that's what they average.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? They score 29.7, they give up 30.7. So guess what? If you score 29, I score 30, who wins?
And you know, that situation right there, to give people a better perspective, to give people better context, it sounds like another team, when my quarterback is healthy, we go through that same issue.
Yeah, the Bengals.
And we scoring 30 a game when everybody is healthy. Shoot, the other team scoring 32. We score 40, they score 50. You can't win.
Yeah, well, you saw it last year. Y'all scored 38. Y'all lose 41-38. Y'all scored 35. They scored 38.
Well, Jerry said Michael was the problem.
Jared didn't say anything today. I want to know, see, front running. Now, see, all that, you all out the window. In the owner's box, you all out the... Oh, we just having a good time. We have, the Cowboy fans. We travel the Cowboy fans. We just having a good old time.
Yeah.
I ain't see it.
Hey.
This is what you saw up there. This is what you saw today, Ocho.
And in the funny...
Like the school kids, when it's rated outside and you ain't got no recess.
Yeah. You got to sit there and look out the window. and something like this, how do you fix that though? This is just not a one player issue defensively. This is not
you got to get better players. You got to get better players. Look,
the NFL,
and it's hard to get them now because you got what you got.
Right.
But you have a team. You have a team that's built on playing with the lead. Well, if you can't get the lead, Ocho, you can't just turn them loose because if you just run your ass up the field, they're gonna just run where you were left. So you catching. They too small. They ain't got no bricks in the back pocket. You can't drop anchor with them little light ass guys they got up there. Man, they got guys back pocket shaking hands. They so small in the ass.
Hey, matter of fact, you know what? I'm thinking about it. If I was Jerry, now listen, I'm putting my owner's hat on. I'm putting my owner's hat. I need to get someone to anchor that front, someone that I could build around, and he could be that centerpiece for me.
Jerry don't care about winning, Ocho. We've been determined that Jerry don't care about winning, right?
I'm just hypothetically talking. Hey, Chad, tell me what you think. Right now, Tennessee Titans. I'm going to get Jeffrey Simmons to anchor my defense and build from there out, build from the inside out to start over. What you think?
George Pickens gonna want a lot of money. George Pickens gonna want at least DK money.
Oh, and he gonna get DK money.
Okay.
Let me show you. Let me show you what's gonna happen or what can happen.
Okay.
CeeDee Lamb, who's considered the top 5 quarterback, who's considered a top 5 receiver. When we talk about receiving, when he goes out, let me show you what I can do. I can pick up right where
he's been sensational.
Let me show you what I can do if I get the opportunities that I deserve, that I should have got when I was in where. I'm not gonna bring them up, but I can do the same thing. I can put up number 2. I can take you deep, or I can take a slant to the house. Man, stop playing. This is what I do.
If he get his hands on the ball and he face your ass up,
it's a wrap.
Good luck getting out there, getting his ass on the ground.
That is a wrap. It is a wrap.
He reminds you of a smaller version of T.O. You remember how T.O. ran angry?
Yeah.
If T.O. got the ball in his hands and he faced you up,
it's a wrap.
You right here in front of him, not getting him on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
You better hope that, come on, which way you go? I'm gonna try to hold him out. Come on, man, damn. I can't hold him here forever. You break. Help, come. Shit, what the hell, man? And that's what they have to do with Pick.
Yeah.
If he get the ball in his hands and he turns around and square your ass up,
it's a wrap. And then you know what's funny? He's faster than he looked because ain't nobody catching him from behind.
He plays fast. He might not be. He might have. I don't even know what he ran. He might have ran 4.4 Ocho. But there are guys that might not run fast but play fast. That's Jerry. Jerry didn't run fast, but he played fast. Emmett didn't run fast, but he played fast. He has what they call functional speed. He has football speed.
Yeah. You
get him out there to test. But boy, man, that mofo.
I told you before the season started.
You did. I'm glad because I'm like, bro, you got make this money. Bro, you got an opportunity to make $200 million to set your family up for generations and generations. I mean, there might be a George Pickens the fourth that say my great-great-granddad put me and put this family in position. Bro, don't waste that day. Don't mess up your money with some foolishness. The best thing to happen, he needed to get out of Pittsburgh. He needed to change the scenery. And sometimes that's what it takes, Ocho. Sometimes it takes a change of scenery. Sometimes it takes somebody, him or her, to get into a new relationship in order for them to be their very best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm glad for him. But again,
I'm happy. But the Cowboys,
Jerry
don't care about winning, Ocho. We've decided this. You and I, we talked about this for years. Jerry cared more about money.
Yeah, we understand that too, Unc. But I'm thinking from a defensive perspective, with them being dead last in every category, in every statistic, and every metric, and every standard when it comes to football. Week 6, November's coming up, deadline. You never know if you were to make some type of hasty move. I would love to see them. It probably won't happen. I'm just thinking, I'm putting my GM hat on. I'm going to get Jeffrey Simmons. You know, quality, top 3 defensive tackle in the NFL right now to this day. Boom, I'm putting you right there. And I'm gonna build around you. I'm gonna build around you.
Yeah. But
that's just me, Chad. What y'all think, Chad? I know y'all.
Their linebackers aren't very good, Ocho. Their linebackers not very good. They ain't nothing. They ain't got no plug. I mean, look, Sam Williams. They got guys try to rush off the edge, but I'm talking about like a Mike backer.
Well, hold on. Understand. Let me tell you something. You might not like what they have right now because what that Mike Backer had in front of him is lighting ass. Now, what happened if you go get that big 98 from goddamn over there in Tennessee and you get to be able to?
Why I want to give him up to you? What you gonna give me?
Huh?
One of the first round picks that you got from the Packers?
Maybe we can. Hey, listen. If we Jerry, we can negotiate.
But Jerry don't like that, Ocho. He don't want to give up. Jerry likes to develop players. So Jerry has gotten burned in free agency, and so he's done with it. He's done with it. He's gonna get guys that he go get the Jadeveon Clowney and Clowney had, but Clowney he's not gonna move them. He's not gonna move the needle.
Right. He's not the Clowney of old.
No. And we had that discussion. We don't think he ever lived up to what we thought he was going to be. Yeah. He was in the draft with Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack turned out to be the better player. That's what Khalil Mack is. That's what we thought Jadeveon Clowney was going to be.
Right.
Based on what we saw in college, you probably got to go back to an Ndamukong Suh to find a guy that raised hell. Now, dominated like Jadeveon Clowney did his sophomore year. His junior year, he was just trying not to get hurt.
Right.
So he didn't play like he did his sophomore year. But go back and look at Ndamukong Suh last year. You was like, okay, that's the best player in the country. Now, I forget who won the Heisman Trophy that year.
Yeah.
Was it Sam Bradford? Sam Bradford won. That was the best. And Ndamukong Suh was the best player in the country that year.
Yeah.
That's what we thought Jadeveon Clowney was going to be.
Right.
But we'll see what Jerry's going to do right now. I mean, it would have been lovely to hear from him, but unfortunately, we did not hear from him, Ocho. Ocho, the Rams stuffed the Ravens 17-3, dropping the Ravens to 1-5. Since the 14-team playoff format started in 2020, only one team, Washington in 2020, started 1-5 and made the playoffs. The Ravens have been outscored 98-33 in the past 3 weeks. Only glimmer of hope is Lamar Jackson could return from his hamstring injury after the Week 7 bye. Baltimore committed 3 turnovers, including an interception and a fumble by Cooper Rush, who was benched in the fourth quarter for Tyler Huntley. The Ravens' 3 points are the fewest home since 2002 when the Buccaneers shut out were shut out by the Buccaneers 25-0. I was gonna say I wasn't on that. I was looking. I don't remember being the Buccaneers. But anyway, Baltimore has lost its past 6 games without Lamar and failed to score more than 17 points in each. D-Hop, bad football gets you to 1-5. So whatever you put out there, that's how football works.
Mm-hmm. Can I tell you something?
Go ahead.
Before you even go, I expected the Rams to do this. I expected the Rams to do this, especially the way the Ravens look and where they're ranked statistically on defense. Can't stop the run, can't stop the pass. So I understood a high-volume passing team with staff was going to come out there and do exactly what they did. Now, on the other side of things, as much as I want to make fun of you and your Ravens, I'm not. You know why I'm not? Because them being 1-5 lets me know how valuable Lamar Jackson is.
Yeah.
How valuable that team is. Let's say Lamar Jackson doesn't play the rest of the season. I say, what y'all go what? Maybe 1-16? You know, there's a possibility that may happen. There may be some games where, you know, Cooper Rush or Tyler Huntley come in. And
Cooper Rush ain't it. And I told him at the beginning of the season.
Right.
I mean, y'all remember Cooper Rush? I mean, Cooper Rush had y'all fooled.
Jerry said he was it. Jerry said there was a good chance he could be the future star of the Cowboys. But that's neither here nor there. It lets me know how valuable Lamar Jackson is. You mean to tell me that Lamar Jackson basically puts his team on his shoulders every week and goes out there and wins with this team? He's the reasons why we are able to go and compete week in and week out, even with the shortcomings when you get to the playoffs. He still gives us our best chance. So what I've seen from the Ravens so far, when Lamar went out, even when he was in, they still had a chance. But with him being out, you don't stand a chance to do nothing.
No, because the offense is Lamar-centric. So it's going to be hard to win when you built your offense around the guy and that guy's not in there.
Yeah.
Like you said, they weren't winning very many games with Lamar in there this year. Cooper Rush, 11 of 19, 72 yards. The man threw the ball 19 times, had 72 yards. So they was 21 of 34 collectively for 117 yards.
And also, not just talking about the quarterback too, the other players on offense, you have to raise your level of play because you don't have 8 back there. Because you don't have 8 back there, you have to bring your level of play up to par to hide the weakness.
Yes.
Quarterback is out. Baby Zay, boy, you that boy. You have to take over in situations like this. When you get to, I see out there trying to make them plays, trying to do extra, trying to add that spark to that offense. You know, it's just everybody, Bateman, everybody it has to be a collective effort. Okay, we don't have our quarterback. That means all of us, we got to play damn near perfect. You have to, especially it's the NFL. Especially
with 3 turnovers.
Yeah, you're not going to recover, because with them turnovers, they're getting points off them turnovers.
They're not good enough to overcome that.
Overcome it, yeah.
That's the problem. Ocho, people saying I snitched. I didn't snitch. We had the meeting because Mike called the meeting.
Right.
Mike knew he wasn't in the meeting.
Right.
I told him what I recommended. Because I didn't want him to for me to be talking to him, and all the while I recommended that Mike suspend his ass for a game. So I told him.
Totally. Right.
Yeah, it wasn't no snitch. I snitched on myself. I snitched on myself if you want to say something, because whatever happened in that meeting, it stayed in the meeting.
Right. Yeah.
I just wanted him to know. That was my recommendation.
Right. People are holding you accountable to street guidelines, and this ain't the street life. This is football.
Ocho.
Yeah.
If I go tell you what I told somebody, how's that snitching? I told you what I told them.
Yeah.
Normally a snitch don't come back and tell somebody, oh man, I told such and such on you.
Yeah.
They don't do that.
Yeah.
It was a meeting. We had a meeting. What was going to be the punishment? Clearly, finding him wasn't getting the message through.
Right, because he kept doing the same thing.
He kept doing the same thing. This is what I recommended. Now, he didn't take my recommendation, but I told him, I said, this is what I recommended.
Hey, Unc, you would have told me that if I was on your team? You would have told me?
I would have told anybody.
Hey, Unc, I would probably dropped you on the spot. I would have had to whoop you.
Okay, well, hey, we got to fight every day. Guess what? You'd have missed that next game, I guarantee you. And you wouldn't even been suspended.
I would have missed that game?
Boy, we'd have tore that locker room up. I guarantee you we'd have tore that locker room up. Oh, we gonna tear that locker room up for sure. Yeah, we gonna tear the locker room up, Ocho. But Derrick Henry had one of his best days, Ocho. 24 carries, $122, and you only get 3 points. You ran the ball really well. I mean, think about it. You had more rush yards than pass yards. That's bad. And like I said, I think they got a bye week, so he'll get an extra week off. Lamar get an extra week off, so he could come back out of the bye.
Right. I mean, hey, do you want him to come back out of the bye, being that you really don't have a chance at doing anything? Can they string off 7 to 8 games in a row?
They can. Yeah, they can. They have that kind of Billy Ocho. I mean, that's Lamar. You believe in Lamar?
Oh, yo,
okay, then. Well, you believe they can run off 3?
But you see how they look without him?
Yes.
Okay, you're right. That's crazy.
The thing is that you're probably going to have to win that division, because it looks like, look at the AFC West, Kansas City, Denver, the Chargers. Could you possibly you got the AFC South right now, Indy looks good, and Jacksonville, even though Jacksonville, hey, Duval, y'all want us to talk about the Jags today? Because y'all got mad at me and Ocho. Y'all don't never say nothing about the Jags. Y'all just Jag. Okay, where y'all at? I ain't seen not one person mention nothing about the Jags.
We talked good about the Jags.
But Ocho, that was the thing. People want us to talk about the team when they 2-12. What we gonna say? Whoa, Jag. Okay, y'all. Hey, Duval, where y'all at? Y'all want to talk about the Jags? I don't know, Ocho. They're gonna have to put some stuff together, man.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry can get hot. He and Lamar can carry your team, Ocho. They did it last year.
Absolutely.
They did it last year.
Absolutely. I just a lot of people that there's really nothing. There's nothing bad you can. Obviously, there you can pick and talk about Lamar Jackson and what he can and what he can't do, and no playoff success. But Lamar being absent, it shows you how valuable, how good of a player he is, that the team is not even functional offensively without him there.
No.
And how important the quarterback position is as well, and why he makes and commands the kind of money he's making. You take a Lamar Jackson out, you see what you get. You take a Joe Burrow out the equation, you see what he get. Josh Allen, obviously, he hasn't been hurt, but I'm sure they wouldn't be able to function as well offensively. It changed the dynamic of everything that makes your team who it is when these top tier quarterbacks are no longer available for your team.
Had the defense been playing as well as they played today, they held them to 17 points. Normally, Ocho, they give up 40. Well, they give up 30s.
Yeah.
If they had been playing that well, maybe they'd won a few more games. Get this game here, Ocho. I'm trying to, Jordan, you see, oh, here it is right here. I found, damn, it disappeared on me. It don't want me to see. I'm going to get it, though. I'm going to find it.
Who that?
Ocho, I don't know if you've ever heard of something like this, but it happened. During the Colts pregame warm-up, Anthony Richardson fractured his orbital bone when he had an issue with a rubber leg band. So you know how you doing the stretch band and stuff like that?
Oh,
and I guess it snapped. If I'm not mistaken, Chad, you can correct me. I think there was a situation where, rest his soul, Congressman Harry Reid had a very similar situation. Using the exercise band, it snapped, popped him in the eye, and I think he lost the vision in the eye. Then, to make matters worse, Tre'Davious Ward was warming up on the field. He collided with Drew Ogletree, suffered a concussion. He missed the game.
Hey, have you seen something like this happen before?
No.
Yeah, I've never seen nothing like that happen before. Now, the band and the stretching and it pops, I understand that.
Yes.
I understand that. Now that can happen because it's happened to me before, but not to where, it
right.
I didn't anywhere in the face, but hey, it depends on what band you're using. They got the thick bands, they have the thick bands.
Yeah.
But
they have the little, the ones that they have for PT, not those thick weightlifting bands.
Right.
That we attach to the barbells and stuff like that to get extra tension. These are the bands that they, you be stretching and do it like that, and you see the guys loosening up with them, huh?
Yeah, I thought he broke his orbital bone.
Yeah, it snapped.
Yeah, those little PT bands can't do that.
Yeah, well, that's what did it.
Okay. Damn. Hey, that's unlucky, man.
But think about how many times people have been using those and stretch, and after a while,
right. Yeah, it give.
Yeah. Ocho, you know how you get the medicine balls, Ocho, and you slam them down.
Yeah.
Boom. And some of them are bounced up to you, and some of them you have to bend down to pick them up.
Pick them up, yeah.
And we was in class one day, and this lady got one that she didn't realize that it was gonna bounce.
Yeah. Hit it right in the nose.
She slammed it and stood over it. Man, that thing I think that thing hit her in the face about 4 or 5 times, Ocho. You're like, oh! Ocho, I was in the corner.
Oh, you laughed at the lady, you ain't gonna help her?
No, I was like this here. Because it's something like you see in the cartoons. Man, you know how the cartoons do it? And that's how it was. But it was real life. I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, that's funny.
Man, what you call him? Anthony Richardson got buzzer luck.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
do you understand how unlucky that you have to be for something like that to happen? I mean, you hear stuff like that happen, Locho. You read like such and such happening. Because I remember, like I said, I think Congressman Harry Reid had something very similar to happen, but he was elderly. He's probably like 80 years old, 80, 85 years old, maybe even older when that happened. But a young man, something happened like that, man, gosh.
And I'm trying to listen. I obviously I wasn't there to see it. I'm just confused on what exercise you might have been doing, what stretch you might have been doing for that to even be possible.
He might have been Ocho. He might have been laying on his back.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
And then like you said, maybe it was one of those thicker bands.
Mm-hmm. And the funny thing about it is when it pops, you don't know it's going to pop, and you don't have the quick twitch fibers to be able to react fast enough.
Oh no! That thing snapped, that pop.
It's a wrap.
you only react after it's done happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, just the thought of that, just thinking about that.
Yeah, hell yeah. And man, so hopefully Anthony Richardson can,
I hope he's okay.
I'm telling you, that's pain. I fractured my orbital. So I know the pain. Man, It felt like well, the doctor said it was like if I was in a bar fight and somebody kicked me in the eye. So I had a complete blowout of the orbital floor because your eye sits in a socket, the floor.
Yeah, right.
My floor was completely gone. So my eye dropped like 3.5, 4 millimeters. So they have to go in there. So that's why it's really hard. I'm constantly like my nose because I got a plate. I got a carbon fiber plate.
Right.
My eye is actually sitting on a carbon fiber plate.
But you talk about this is interesting. I like that. Most high end vehicles have carbon fiber. On the outside and kits and
it's light. Yeah.
So you got it in here.
I do.
Okay. Hey, you fast.
Yeah. But the only thing is, man, and the thing was, Ocho, I was congested. My sister said, man, you ought to use a neti pot. I said, what's a neti pot? It's like a neti pot where you pour water, saline water, salt water up one nostril and let it,
You tried it?
Got infected. The bacteria got caught in that mesh. Looked like somebody punched me in the eye. Eye closed up. I ain't know what Ocho. It got so infected. I ended up like having a MRSA. I was in the hospital for like 4 days.
God damn.
Then they sent me home with a PICC line. I was getting 1,000 over 1,000 milligrams. I was doing like 2 bags of IV of just antibiotics, vancomycin.
Oh yeah.
So a PICC line. So I got the thing, the pole riding around, and it going straight in there to try to get it up out of there.
Yeah.
Cleared it up. It took me like 2 weeks to get over it.
Right.
Got another cold. Closed back up. Went to the doctor. He says, we're gonna have to change this plate. He said, don't ever use a neti pot again. He said, I gotta be careful if I blow my nose. My nose will start bleeding. I bet.
Hold on. Hey, this is interesting to me. You like RoboCop.
Yeah, I am.
What happens if you go through the metal detector? Does it go off or no?
No, it doesn't go off, but I got the artificial hips and they always, they go off.
Oh, you like a cyborg. Okay, I like that. That's dope.
All I know is that every time I go off and they said that little, what you call them?
What?
That they showed a little red. Mr. Sharpe, you as you can see right there, I said, yeah, I know. So they gotta.
Hey, my dog. Okay.
Yeah, man. I had a bad, but hey, well, I was messed up, man. I was messed up. Daniel Jones finished 22 of 30, 212, 2 touchdowns, and an interception, and he gets credit for a fourth quarter game-winning drive when he helped engineer a 9-play, 66-yard drive that ended with a decisive touchdown with 4:32 remaining. Only 2 quarterbacks have led Colts to 5 wins through 6 weeks since 2000.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning and Daniel Jones.
Unbelievable. I don't know. When I talk about quarterbacks and I say situation matters, where you go, your environment, the weapons around you. As some people say, coaching matters. Well, listen, coaching only matters when you have players like this. The situation that Baker Mayfield in, the situation that Sam Darnold is in again for the second time. Obviously, the situation in Minnesota. Now you see what he's doing over in Seattle. And now Daniel Jones going from the New York Giants, which wasn't going well. And what he's doing now in goddamn Indy, it needs to be studied. It needs to be studied, and it's so important. Not going high in the draft. Forget what number you go, but going to the right situation.
Where you go.
Yeah, it's all about where you go.
It's more important where than high.
Yeah, and Daniel Jones is showing that. He's
played unbelievable. Indiana
well.
Jones has been great. He's parlayed himself into he's gonna get a big payday, Ocho. If he keeps this up, he's gonna get a ginormous payday.
I have a question. The funny thing about it is he's going to get a huge payday, or the Colts are definitely going to be the team to keep him, because now he's auditioning for might need a quarterback as well. You know that, right?
Who?
He's auditioning for other teams that might be in need of a quarterback.
They're not letting him out the building. We got him.
Okay, I'm just making sure. He definitely getting that bag.
Mm-hmm. But a team that we did hear from today, Aaron Rodgers threw 2 TDs as the Steelers continued their home dominance over the Browns by the score of 23-9. Steelers, seemingly, Ocho, on cruise control. They're 4-1 in the division. Cleveland 1-5, Baltimore 1-5. I think 1-5. Cincinnati has lost 4 straight. So now they're 2-4.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh division to lose, Ocho?
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, I don't see him losing it. And I can say, I can say this as much as I love my Bengals, I don't see him losing it. Now I saw something nice we'll talk about later when we get to the Bengals, but goddamn, Aaron Rodgers got them boys playing on all cylinders, especially on offense, playing on all cylinders. As good as that defense is over in Pittsburgh, with the names that they do have, once they start gelling and playing that good football the right way, the way we know they can play, they're going to be fine. As long as Aaron Rodgers is playing like Aaron Rodgers is playing now, they always going to be in contention, and they're going to be hard to beat. And forget right now, I ain't talking about week 6. I'm talking about when real football starts, after Thanksgiving, getting into the postseason, when it's cold, and you got to go over there. It ain't called Heinz Field no more, huh?
I think it is.
It's still Heinz Field? When you got to take Heinz Field, well, you ain't going to be able to throw the ball 50 times a game. You're going to have to put it on the ground. And you got Cam Hayward. You got goddamn TJ Watt coming off that goddamn end. And I forgot young bull name. Was it Smith? 56.
Smith?
Yeah. Oh, man, stop playing, man.
Hebring?
Yeah, they nice now. Then the back end really ain't got no weakness.
Ocho, it's called Acrisure Stadium. No longer Heinz Field. Acrisure Stadium.
Who the hell is Acrisure?
Don't start me the line.
I tell you what, and I mean no disrespect to Acrisure. I like to say Heinz Field because that's where I played at.
I played the Heinz Field and I played the Three Rivers, the old Three River Stadium. So
where they had the carpet. They had the carpet.
Oh yeah, it was still and the stadium would be bouncing. I mean you could literally see it. It's bouncing up and down. They started rocking. The Browns offense failed to eclipse 17 points for the 11th straight game. Dylan Gabriel, 29 of 52, 221 yards, 6 sacks 6 times.
Yeah.
How do you? So you mean to tell me you gonna let your guy in his second start, you gonna let him throw the ball 52 times against that defense on the road?
But Unc, it's hard to run on the Steelers, huh? It's hard. It's hard to run on the Steelers. So the only other viable option is you got to throw it. And when you think about Dylan Gabriel, when you watch him in the games where he's had success, anything inside the numbers, inside the hashes, he's really good. It's nothing really long. You know, sometimes you get some short digs, some digs.
If you know that, guess who else knows that he's good inside the numbers and on short stuff?
The other team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what Ocho, think about it. Yeah. You threw the ball 52 times and you only had 221 yards.
Yeah. Hey.
You missed 23 attempts. Bro, Cleveland, if y'all trying to get the number 1 pick, just say that.
Whoa, no, not.
You have to fight the Jets.
No. They want the number 1 pick for what? To get what quarterback? Because there ain't nothing we done seen on Saturday that's willing to wait for.
No,
absolutely not.
I guess they want that pass rusher number 6 from Miami and pair him with Myles Garrett. I don't know. Maybe trade it for some more players.
Okay, I like you. I see where you're going. I like what you think. I like what you're putting up. Hey,
Myles Garrett said losing the same way is frustrating. Myles, this is what you signed up for. You took the money. I ain't got no problem with that. Ocho, I have no problem with that. But Myles Garrett knew they were not going to win. They really haven't won since he's been there. They've gotten worse.
Right.
So you can't say it gets old when you took the money. You said you wanted a chance to win. They dangled $40 million per year, gave you 100 plus 105, 110 million fully guaranteed. You took the money. So now you can't complain because you knew what made you trust them, that they were going to be able to do something in 1 to 2 years they haven't been able to do in your tenure since you've been there.
That's a good one. You talking, but you know that wasn't it. You know why there was no guaranteed money left. So
I know what it was. I said, look, he ain't got no guaranteed money. He won't guarantee money. He gonna say I want out. When really he won't guarantee money. I get that, Ocho. I get it. I do. Yeah. And Chad, I don't want y'all to think I don't understand. But don't complain when you said you wanted a chance to win. You said you wanted to compete. Right. You knew. With the exception of that 1 year, you guys haven't been able to compete. And you trust this organization to build pieces around you and do the right thing by getting a quarterback? You trusted them? No.
They already have a bad history at that specific position, the one position you need to be able to compete, to be able to contend. The identity for the Cleveland Browns has always been their defense.
Yes.
It always has been. The hard part has been finding a quarterback that is good, not great, just good enough to consistently not only keep you in games, but win games when you're in certain situations, especially games that are close. You just have you go through a string of maybe 4 weeks, 5 weeks of really good. I'm talking about consistently throughout a season. Especially when it matters most. You haven't been able to find that.
No. I'm supposed to trust you that you're going to find that. But what he's finding out, Ocho, is that money really can't buy happiness. When you are a competitor and you want to win and to go out there and beat, guess what? That direct deposit is going to hit every Monday, or if you get paid on the 1st and 15th, that deposit is going to hit. But them losses, they hurt. I guarantee you, when you out there taking that L, I've never one time like, man, that check gonna be no, I'm going to get my check. So I just got direct deposit in 2016. But anyway, I never thought that, hey, I'm gonna go upstairs tomorrow and get that paycheck. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, we don't think like that. We don't.
When them L's start to add up, Ocho, I've been lost 6 games in a row, 7 games in a row. Man, please. You out there practicing, and then guess what? Guess what's about to happen, Ocho? Tell them what's going to happen in Cleveland. That temperature about to drop.
It's going to get cold.
It's going to get cold.
Get cold.
And guess what? You get cold. Now you out there practicing in the 20 degrees, and then come Sunday, you playing in 20 degrees, 15, 10, and you catch an L after L after L after L. Ocho, Dylan Gabriel completed 4 passes over 10 yards in the air today. He threw the ball 52 times. But Kevin Stefanski kept him in the game for the entirety of the game.
But I just told you, they don't. You see how they protect Justin Fields when they're going to the end of the half because of the decision making. We don't know what he's gonna do with the ball. So how do you hide the quarterback weaknesses? Whatever weaknesses he may have that we can't see. Now you and I know he can't throw outside the numbers. He can't be on the left hash and throw an 18-yard comeback on the right side.
Oh, hell no.
That's not the type of quarterback.
It will come back the other way for a touchdown.
So you have to call plays that are predicated to his strengths. His strengths are throwing intermediate and short routes. So therefore, you call plays based on what he's able to do extremely well. Now, that's no knock on him. So what we ask of you, that's all what we're asking of you based on what you can do well for us offensively. That's what we're going to do. Because that's what you provide for us as a quarterback. Now, that limits your playbook. It limits what you can call. It limits some of the things you like to do, as opposed to other quarterbacks that have the arm strength or the prowess to be able to open up the playbook and do more. That's what you have to do. So, I mean, I didn't want to say it like that. I thought everyone else could see that and understood that. Especially when you watch him play some of the plays that are called. Now some frustrations might arise with maybe Jerry Jeudy.
Jared Judy had 13 targets, caught 5 passes. Fannin Jr. had 10 targets, caught 7. And Joku had 6, caught 3.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Ocho, I had more DK 4 catches. Man, he had a go ball.
Yeah.
And Roger and the wind caught it. It brought it back. I mean, he was like 5 yards in front of the DB.
Yeah, it was a wrap. Hold on, wait. He caught one deep ball on that.
He caught a deep ball. That was later,
yeah.
but he ended up. But he had one that was a sure enough touchdown. Yeah. And Rodgers put it up, and I guess the wind caught it because Rodgers, he turned around and looked up like, damn. I ain't know it was like that.
Okay.
But Ocho, I don't know what Cleveland's doing. I don't know if they're trying to get the number 1 pick.
No.
They're gonna have to fight the Jets for it.
There's nothing out there. This is no knock. And chat, y'all know because y'all watch college football. There is nothing out there that is glaring where it's like where teams are clamoring for those who are in situations like the Browns or let's say like the Cowboys defensively, where you know what, we got to have him. We got to have him. So we're gonna do what's necessary to make sure we're in position to be able to get him. It's nobody like that right now. It's nobody popping out on film. It might be some offensive tackle or some defensive tackles that we don't know about, but the skill position, the quarterbacks, oh.
They need to go get that Cowboys. They need to trade the 2 draft picks they got this year, and to go up there and get that guy from Miami, Bain Jr.
Hey, Bain.
You need a hellraiser like that.
Yeah,
Those
Bain.
are the type of guys that change your future, that change your fortunes. That's what they need.
He nice. Bain.
Hell yeah. But I don't like letting Dylan Gabriel throw the ball 52 times. Yeah. Bro, he threw 4 passes that had 10 yards of air distance. He completed 4 passes over 10 yards in the air today. So everything is checked down. He dinking and dunking or checking it down.
Mm-hmm. Now dinking and dunking can work. It can work depending on you can be efficient dinking and dunking, but at some point, once the boys say, you know what, we coming up, you got to
be able to put the ball over the head, though, Joe. At some point in time, you got to put a man. You got to put somebody under a threat.
Yeah, fear. You got to put fear. You got to
put Ocho. If I don't fear, bro,
I'm sitting on everything.
We used to play the Raiders and the Chiefs. You had to throw in the first 10 plays. You had to throw a go ball, or them mofos gonna sit right there
on everything.
When you played the Raiders, had a T-Mac and they had Albert Lewis, so we went over there and they had Dale Carter in Kansas City and they had I forget the guy's name. Lord have mercy. If you did not move them, if you did not throw a go ball, even it's like, look, we ain't trying to complete it, but you got to put fear on them. Because, boy, they ain't moving.
Keep them thinking.
They not moving.
Yeah.
Man, first of all, we know y'all not going to throw it deep. You know why we know y'all not going to throw it deep? Because we know y'all don't have a really offensive line that can hold up to throw it deep. And then second of all, if you do throw it deep, guess what, Ocho? Mm-hmm. You ain't right no running game, so what am I stepping up to stop the run for?
Yeah.
So with that being said, now we squatting on everything. Prove to me I'm wrong.
Hey,
I dare you.
Juckins is hurt.
He had 12 carries for 36 yards. He might have got hurt in the game. I was back and forth. Man, it's hard for me to stay. It's hard for me to stay interested in that right there, Ocho. It's hard. I watched the series and I'm like, bro, what is this?
Yeah, I thought they would have leaned on him a little bit more. So I thought, well, maybe he's hurt, maybe something's wrong with him. But if your quarterback isn't as good, or you're not able to do some of the things you want to do to make sure you're able to be competitive, you want to hide him by running the ball a little bit more. You want to put that load and that onus on your running back to be able to get things going or to make it easier. Forget balance. You got to be you got to be a run heavy team first. You got to be.
I ain't trying to do no balance. You ain't got no balance with that right there. I mean, Jalen Ramsey had 2 sacks. Jalen Ramsey said, I'm gonna try to get me 10 sacks as a corner. Hebring had 2 sacks. Highsmith had a half a sack. TJ had a half a sack. So they had 6 sacks total. 6 sacks total. But I don't know what Cleveland trying to do. But whatever it is, they need to stop.
You know what? You know what? It's almost unfair. It's almost unfair to have to judge Gabriel against that damn defense. It's almost unfair. I know it's your division opponent, but hell, it ain't that many people that look good against the goddamn Steelers. And the quarterbacks that do, they in conversations of the upper echelon with quarterbacks when it comes to being able to dismantle that damn defense.
Ocho, the Chargers
beat
the Dolphins, who have now lost 4 games this season, in which they trailed by 1 score in the final 2 minutes. After the game, Tua was asked how players can refrain from feeling sorry for themselves. Ocho, take a listen to his response.
Uh-oh.
I think it starts with the leadership in helping articulate that for the guys, and then what we're expecting out of the guys, right? We're expecting this. Are we getting that? Are we not getting that? We have guys showing up to player-only meetings late, guys not showing up to player-only meetings. Like, there's a lot that goes into that. Do we have to make this mandatory? Do we not have to make this mandatory? So it's a lot of things of that nature that we got to get cleaned up, and it starts with the little things like that.
Be clear, you're saying some players were late or missed?
Late, yeah.
Hey, I obviously, you can say some of these things. I like that. Tua being the quarterback, being a leader, having that C on his chest, and addressing those things publicly. But you can't throw your players under the bus, huh? You can't throw your players under the bus like that. You can't do that. You can't throw your players under the bus like that, because even though you are the quarterback, they're not gonna view that likely. They're not gonna like that.
Is that you, Ocho?
Huh?
Is that I know? Hold on, Chad. I want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly.
This
is not the Ocho that I say that he said he want people to tell the truth. Now, is it?
Well, hold on, you got mad at me when I was happy that Cam Moore say, "Hey, we ass." You said they.
I'm glad you. I was trying to get you to see the big picture, but you was in the forest and you didn't see the trees.
Yeah,
this is why.
Yeah. See now. See, but it's different. The context in which they were playing. It's okay. He wasn't talking about nobody. He's saying we collectively as a group. But that's almost like snitching. Like, what you mean? Okay, that's in-house. You know what? I was late. Come and holler at your boy. Come holler at me. Let me know. No. You know what? I was late. But you don't go tell the media. You don't do. Come on now.
I don't know how Mike McDaniels make it through the end of the season.
He
said this is a leadership. He said, do we make it mandatory or is it not mandatory? He's putting the onus on the coach.
Right. But obviously when it comes to players only meeting, the coaches don't have anything to do with that. That is something that is, hey, listen, we're going to have a meeting. We need to make sure everybody's on the same page. We need to make sure everybody's on the page. So let's meet at so-and-so time. Now that's between coaches.
I get it. But
here's my coach, that's between players.
The players. But here's the thing.
With the C on your chest.
What happened, Ocho, is that when guys were showing up late for meetings that were mandatory, that the coach had said, when guys were showing up late for practice and the coach didn't nip it in the bud until it got too late. And so what was 1 or 2 turned to 3 to 4, turned into 5 or 6. Now, the report was that there were 2 main culprits, and neither one of them, one's on IR and one is playing extremely well in Pittsburgh. But they were the main culprits, but they didn't say they were the only culprits. So, hold on. Again, Brian says, I want to know what part of this is he going to take accountability for. Tua threw 3 picks today. Tua is 3rd in the NFL with the most interceptions thrown by a quarterback. If you haven't said this privately first, then in the media, I don't respect it. And since we're on the topic of respect, I guarantee a lot of players don't respect Tua. Tua points the finger and literally has 4 pointing back at him. If you want to win, put yours in.
See, hey, listen, you know what? And see, he just said it. I understand. I've been in the locker room before. When it comes to the quarterback position, when things aren't going well, you take
it on yourself.
When things aren't going, it's my fault. I got to do better. I have to play better. When things are going well, you praise everybody else. Well, I was able to do this because my offensive line, because my receivers are playing well, my running backs, they running the ball really well. You can't do this because the reaction you're gonna get from the players, well, damn, it's
they say, well, hold on, Tua tag a turnover.
That's how you feel? You got to be careful. You got to be careful.
You're 14. I'm getting up. He only in year 4 or 5. I'm in year 13, 14. Right. And I'm getting my ass up and getting there. Oh no, hell no.
See, listen, you've been doing it. You've been doing it consecutive years. So you're used to the program.
Yes.
Year 3, you're not acclimated to the program just yet. Not just yet. I know you're still a professional,
But here's the thing, Ocho. What I understood is that I knew he was that good of a player, and one day he would sit in my chair.
Yeah, and understand.
And I didn't want to see, and guys look at you. Because I saw a lot of guys, and I was like, man, I can't wait till I start making plays, and if I can make a Pro Bowl, make an All-Pro. Mm-hmm. Guys looking at that.
Yeah.
And they're going to say, well, man, I can't wait so I can be late to practice, or I can skip this, or I can skip that.
Okay. I see where you're going with it.
No. We gonna do it. We're gonna do it right. We're gonna have fun. I want to have fun too. Hey, Sharp, man, we gambling. Sharp there. We're gonna have a good time. Yeah. But when it come time to work,
we finna work.
We gonna work. Ocho, we be in training camp. Mm-hmm. Cool, we come in there. Before we go to practice, Cool, offensive coordinator, he said, the boss needs you to get them going today.
Okay.
Right. So now,
how you did that?
Ocho, I go in there. I'm gonna strike up the band on them today. Boom, boom. I start beating on Ocho. I'm beating on the locker. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I'm gonna strike up the band on y'all. Oh yeah, I'm going crazy. Shane going crazy today. Yeah. Now who gonna get this work? Practice,
crazy.
Hey, cool wink. We're going to get that work in. Yeah. We're going to have a good time, but we got to work. I'm not wasting my time.
Right.
I ain't here to lose. I'm not putting all this time in. I didn't spend all this money in the offseason. I don't eat the way I eat to come in here and be 6-10, to be 5-11. I'm coming to win. I'm trying to get to the playoff. I'm trying to win the division, get to the playoffs. I'm trying to get to a Super Bowl. That's all I'm trying to do. All that other ish don't even matter to me. We can be friends, or we can be friends, or we can be friendly. They're two different things.
I like that. And everybody on the 53-man roster, they do not get along. We all there for one common goal.
Yes.
I like that. We could be friends. We could be friendly. That's a good one.